Well, good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Norwell High School, where tonight it's sectional action as Bellmont will be taking on Oak Hill in this Norwell sectional. This is sectional number 23. Norwell is your host school. As we look at the bracket, Bellmont versus Oak Hill is the first game here tonight, 5 o'clock. The winner of that will advance to play on Saturday at 11 a.m. versus the winner between Norwell and Peru. In the bottom half of the bracket, Saturday at 1:30 p.m. is Maconaquah, and they will be facing Mississinewa. So they're in the bottom half of the bracket. Once again, welcome to the WZBD YouTube broadcast channel. If you tuned in last night, I was on the air with the Heritage Girls softball game as they defeated Garrett. I think the score was 9-1. I don't know. It was late when I walked out of there. I wasn't thinking very straight, but it was a late night, and I listened to the Pacers losing the way home, and I was not happy about that. Had a conversation with Steve Rouse going on and on, but hopefully the Pacers can pull it off again later on this week. I will be joined by Kent Arnold here shortly, but let's play some commercials and get into this. As Oak Hill has taken the field, taking their warm-ups. They are the home team on the scoreboard here today, and as soon as they're done, then Bellmont will take the field, and we'll get on with this game here. Sectional number 23 from Norwell. You're listening to High School Baseball on WZBD YouTube channel.
Don Myers Plumbing and Heating in Bern is your American Standard home comfort dealer. American Standard has been in business for more than 100 years and welcomes Don Myers Plumbing and Heating of Bern as one of their independent dealers. Don Myers Plumbing and Heating and American Standard will provide your home or business with energy-efficient heating and cooling equipment, saving you money. Don Myers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling at the east edge of Bern on Adams County Road 000, your American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Blood donations are critically important, especially in the summer months. Help Best One of Monroe and the Red Cross by giving blood during our annual blood drive, May 30th and 31st from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Hi, I'm Matt Brown, manager of Best One of Monroe. This year's blood drive will be held at the Lighthouse, 201 South Van Buren Street in Monroe. Donors will receive a free oil change from Valvoline and Best One of Monroe. To schedule your donation appointment, use your blood donor app or call Michelle at Best One of Monroe. Be a lifesaver. Give blood. Visit bestoneofmonroe.com for details.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance.
See Toby, Mark, Kyle, or Barb at Graber Insurance, with offices on Highway 27 North in Bern and 623 West Monroe Street in Decatur.
When faced with the difficult task of making arrangements for your loved one, many emotions and questions arise. What would they want me to do if they were here? Where is the money coming from? How much should I spend? Do they want burial or cremation? The staff at Haggard, Hershey, and Zelt Funeral Home can help you navigate these tough questions. Make your wishes known and allow us to make sure that your wishes are carried out. Call Ryan Hershey or Eric Zelt at 260-724-7167 to schedule an appointment today.
For the past 90 years, Smith Brothers has built a solid reputation by providing quality furniture that lasts for generations. They continue to employ the best construction techniques and components available in the industry and offer frame and fabric styles to satisfy every taste from transitional to traditional and all stops between. Sitting is believing. Test one of their recliners to see how quality engineering makes them stand out from other leading manufacturers. Smith Brothers of Bern. Feel the difference quality makes.
Welcome back to Norwell High School. Beautiful baseball facility here. I have not been at this facility before, and it looks like they had some renovations. They built a new press box, and it very much resembles Belmont's new layout. With this here has netting that goes clear to the ground, so it's a full view from the stands. Netting up around the back, behind the backstop. Parking down here close, brand new restroom facility with a concession stand in it. Great facility here. Coach Kelby Waybright, the AD here, is always a fine host, has got us all set up here. As I'm looking at Max Preps, I was trying to get some information. I do know that the Golden Eagles from Oak Hill are 14-11 on their record. As I manage my way to get to the Bellmont School to see what their record was. I did have these printed off, but I've managed to misplace them someplace. But I do know that Bellmont comes in here, and they will be the visiting team here today, and they are playing Oak Hill. And Bellmont right now are 8-14 on the season. A couple of statistics. Bo Baker will be on the mound pitching for the Braves tonight. Bo Baker has pitched 33 innings. He has walked 13 and has 29 strikeouts. He has an ERA of 2.70. Pitching today for Oak Hill will be Emmett Dorothy. As I look at the roster, Dorothy. As I get to the right one here. Dorothy is a junior, as I'll get some stats on him shortly, but Bellmont has now taken a field, so we're about 15 minutes away from game time, as Bellmont with 15 minutes to go on their warm-ups, and that'll allow us to get a few more commercials in here, but we're looking for a 5 o'clock start time. So with a round of commercials here, as we get another round of infield in here, we'll be back with more baseball. You listen to High School Baseball on WZBD YouTube channel.
Why lose out to pain? Visit Dr. Carla Grody at Grody Chiropractic, 320 West Monroe Street, Decatur. She's a specialist in the utilization of proven non-force techniques to treat injuries of all kinds requiring professional chiropractic care. Call 724-2510 for an appointment with Dr. Carla Grody. Open Monday through Thursday, closed Friday and Saturday. Grody Chiropractic, 320 West Monroe Street, Decatur.
Brandon here for Kelly's Decatur Auto Mall. 3 dealerships right here in Decatur. Tom Kelly Chevrolet, Tom Kelly Ford, and Tom Kelly Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. With a large new car inventory to meet your needs and wants. We also stock over 100 pre-owned vehicles in a variety of price ranges. All the big city incentives right here in Decatur. We have been here for over 70 years. Free car washes for as long as you own your Tom Kelly vehicle. We also just updated our car wash here in Decatur. Stop in and see us soon. And drive Kelly and drive with confidence.
When it comes to your home, there are things the handyman in you wants to do. And then there's things that should be left to the experts. When it comes to seamless gutters, there's only one choice in our area, and that's SureFlow Seamless Gutters in Decatur. Tired of gutters that leak at every seam and every downspout? Call the guys at SureFlow. Putting on a new metal roof and want your gutters to do the job they're meant to do? Call SureFlow. Find them online at seamlessgutters.net or give them a call. SureFlow Gutters, 260-888-5062.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to Liechty Brothers, your Carrier expert, they'll show you the full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort?
Hi, this is Ken at Liechty Brothers Plumbing and Heating with a very simple philosophy. Show up on time, do what you say you'll do, and if there's a problem, fix it.
Liechty Brothers, 251 East Water Street in Bern.
Every child has the right to the financial support from both parents, regardless of whether the parents are married, live together, or live separately. Please call the Adams County Prosecutor's Office if you need help with establishing paternity, obtaining a child support order, or enforcing of a child support order. In some cases, failure to pay child support can result in criminal charges. The Adams County Prosecutor's Office will diligently and aggressively pursue the collection of support from those who try to avoid this responsibility. There is no cost to get the help of the Prosecutor's Office. If you need help, give the office a call today at 724-5362 or visit adamscountyprosecutor.com.
Welcome back to WZBD YouTube broadcast of tonight's sectional number 23 game between the Bellmont Braves, the visiting team on the scoreboard, and the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. I have been joined by my partner here tonight, Kent Arnold, as he is diligently getting his scorecard lined up. Batting here for these Braves, leading this team with a batting average of .391 is Andrew James. He's had 69 at plate of visits. He has 27 hits, no home runs, but his slugging average is .478. Second in his team behind him is Bo Baker with 74 at bats. He has a .338 batting average with 1 home run. He has 15 RBIs driven in. Andrew James with 16 RBIs. And in third on this team is Gavin Kroll with 50 plate appearances. He has 16 RBIs and also 11 stolen bases. It looks like he is tied with Jack Scheinman in stolen bases on this team. Once again, Oak Hill taking on Bellmont here tonight in Game 1. The winner of this will advance to play Norwell on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. or Peru, whoever wins that game. And in the bottom half of the bracket is Mississinawa and Maconaquah waiting for the winner of that top bracket. We are on the Adams Memorial pregame show. Since 1923, Adams Memorial Hospital has served as the leading healthcare provider for the residents of Adams County and the surrounding area. Stat Care Urgent Care Clinic, now located on US 27 North in Decatur, provides a high-quality care for immediate needs. Get in, get out, get better. Let's take a round of commercials here as Bellmont works on completing their warm-ups here. We'll be back with more pregame conversation here on WZPD YouTube channel.
Injured in an accident, need representation in civil, criminal, or family law matters? Call DeVos, Baker, Ainsworth, and Razzo for assistance. Our office has experienced trial lawyers who can guide you through the litigation process and provide you with quality legal service at competitive rates. Call 724-2129 to schedule an appointment with one of our attorneys or visit our website at devoslaw.com for more information.
When you need building materials, you need Arnold Lumber, 425 Winchester Street in Decatur, featuring lumber in a wide choice of sizes, plus doors, windows, roofing, and more. Whether it's a complete new home or remodeling, a new deck or deck repair, a new kitchen or a kitchen update, whether it's an erected or materials-only garage or pole barn package featuring quality metal, free professional designs and estimates. Arnold Lumber provides it all. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Thursday till 4:30 on Friday and 11:30 on Saturday.
Hey athletes, are you looking to take your game to the next level? Look no further than Indiana Physical Therapy. Our expert team of sports performance specialists and personalized training programs will have you running circles around the competition. Injured or hurt on the field? Come see us. Our team of physical therapists are dedicated to helping you get back up to speed. With over 19 locations across Indiana, we can get you better, faster. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
No matter your age, health and life insurance can be confusing and overwhelming. This is Derek Bailey with Bixler Insurance. Whether you are currently on Medicare or will soon be qualifying for Medicare, we have the products and expertise to meet your needs. Under age 65 and looking for health coverage? Interested in protecting your family from an unexpected loss with a life insurance policy? We can discuss options to assure your peace of mind. Call Bixler Insurance today to schedule your free appointment.
9 miles from Monmouth and 9 miles from Fort Wayne, situated on 27 just south of 469, sits 9 Mile Restaurant, your home for great meals since 1837. Providing home-cooked meals to travelers between Decatur and Fort Wayne for over 180 years, 9 Mile has stood the test of time as an institution on the southern edge of Allen County. With seating on the family side, the bar side, and outdoors, there's always a reason to stop and have a meal. 9 Mile also has a full-service bar and a professional service that can cater your next event or party. The next time you're on your way to or from Fort Wayne, stop in. If you've gone the distance, welcome to 9 Mile.
Welcome back to Norwell High School. Rex Sproul along with Kent Arnold as we are getting ready for the start of this sectional number 23 first round game here as Bellmont will take on the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. Like I said, Bellmont with a 8-14 record and the Golden Eagles coming in with a 14-11 record. Beautiful ball diamond here at Norwell. They have lovely facilities here. A few years ago, they put in their turf field. They've got a wonderful soccer stadium down there, lots of tennis courts, and the baseball diamond is in great shape. I believe the softball diamond, I don't know where they put the softball diamond. Way over on our side. That's the new area here. Why don't you put those headsets on there, Kent, and then we can all hear you. Got in here, got busy. Forgot you need to put your equipment on there, sir.
There we go.
There you go. Turn you up, and it sounds even better when I turn the volume up on you. How's that? I'll tell you what, Kent, last night I got to Leo High School, and we had played the second game there, but It was 90 degrees when I pulled in the parking lot at 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
and,
that sounds about right.
Yeah,
and
it was so hot.
And the breeze had to help a little bit, but
there was no breeze in the press box.
And yes, and no clouds not blocking anything either. It's not much different tonight, although that breeze is a little stiffer tonight.
As we are on YouTube tonight, and there's another YouTube broadcast that will happen, is happening right now, I believe, and then we will be covering another game later on, as Dane Filling and Matt Conversay are also up at Leo tonight. We'll be there for the second game as Heritage will take on Leo. Leo defeated Fort Wayne Bishop Dornier last night, big, and Heritage came back and defeated Garrett 9-1. Great pitching performance by Danica Fuller of the Heritage Patriots. She had 13 strikeouts, and Kent, last night the air was thick and that rise ball was jumping.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of movement on that softball when it's so warm out like this.
We have a little bit of time here as Bellmont works on finishing up their lineups. Let's take another commercial break here, and we're back with more first pitch and lineups right after this here on WZBD YouTube channel.
Conventional wisdom says that you get what you pay for, and conventional wisdom is right. You won't find Crystalix in the bargain aisle, but it will always get optimal performance out of your cattle, whether you get it in a steel or plastic barrel, or their sustainable single-trip bio barrel. Crystalix is more than just a supplement, it's an investment. With Crystalix, performance is served. Contact Lehman Feed Mill on 000 in Bern to learn more about Crystalix.
Does your heating system need a good end-of-the-season tune-up from Masters Heating and Cooling? Now is the time to tune up your heating and cooling system. At Masters, we have technicians that can service most makes and models of furnaces and heat pumps at low-cost seasonal special pricing. Contact Masters Heating and Cooling at 1045 South 11th Street in Decatur. On the web at mastersheatcool.com to schedule your preventative maintenance checkup now.
Life teaches us that no two of us are the same. That's why F&M State Bank has created so many unique checking options. When you're starting your first job, there's Smart Checking with free online and mobile banking. When you're buying, Bucks Back Checking pays you for shopping. And there's Loyalty Rewards Checking with tiered interest that builds the more you bank. With these checking options and more, F&M offers something to fit every lifestyle. Because at F&M, it's about you and us. Learn more at fm.bank. Member FDIC.
At Three Rivers Federal Credit Union, we're focused on empowering you to achieve financial wellness by offering the resources and support you need every step of the way. We're equally committed to bettering lives in our region through volunteerism, community funding and partnerships, college scholarships, and more. We give back to the people, places, and ideas that matter most to you. Learn more at threeriversfcu.org. Three Rivers is federally insured by the NCUA.
The James D. and Sarah L. Briggs Medical Office Building in Geneva is now open. Dr. Amber Lotzenheiser, Dr. Lisa Ferrando, and nurse practitioner Mona Lisa Rogers welcome you to one of the latest additions to the Adams Health family. Services include primary care, obstetrics, labs, radiology, and physical, occupational, and speech rehabilitation. Call 260-368-7370 or visit adamshospital.org to learn more about another great health service close to home.
Clean water is everybody's business. The City of Decatur thanks you for all you do to keep our streams and rivers clean, but we can do more. Plant bare spots in the yard. Compost yard waste. Limit use of pesticides. And direct downspouts away from sidewalks, driveways, or any paved surfaces. And think about installing a rain barrel for watering plants around the house. Protecting water quality requires all of us to do our part to prevent stormwater pollution. Get more ideas on the web at decaturin.org.
Welcome back to Norwell High School. Rex Brewer along with Kent Arnold. And Kent, we have achieved technical superiority. The first time ever we've pulled it off. We are running 2 YouTube channels and a 92.7 channel all at the same time. 3 broadcasts at one time. Just got a text from Dave and Dane, and it's like, keep your fingers crossed, boys. And Dane says, let me know if I need to get the fire extinguisher out. But right now, we're running good. So, that's one of our goals. Dane and I looked at this last year and we thought, how can we bring more broadcasts to the fans? And this is a way to do it. Not only do we have one YouTube channel, We have 2 running right now. We tested it last night, and it didn't work. We found out that there's some kind of key code and something else, and Dave and Dane fixed that yesterday morning, and we are running now, broadcasts. And what's better than 1 baseball game, Dane and Dave? 3 baseball games.
There you go. And I know that folks are listening because I have them come up and tell me, hey, I heard you on the radio last night. I heard you on YouTube last night. Yes, and there's going to be more opportunities, especially during tournament time here. This week we're covering baseball games, we're covering softball games, and trying to cover all those teams in the county and nearby that folks are interested in keeping up with.
You know how you can tell who's listening, Kent, is you make a mistake. And then everybody tells you, like, after that, it's like, I heard you make a mistake. Well, guess what? You know, this is not an easy deal. Last night I was running commercials, running the scoreboard, running YouTube, running all this stuff, doing it solo, and it was quite the job. But we pulled it all off and had a great broadcast. I did go in and check to see how many people had listened, and usually what we do is we get that YouTube after the event is over. The kids go home and listen to themselves and listen to the game. So
see how the game turned out.
So they are dressing the field after the infield is done, and umpires are taking the field right now, getting ready to have their conversations behind home plate. And Mr. Lytle was at Leo last night doing girls softball, and we have him here today. And he was kind enough to give me a ride. I didn't realize that there was a parking lot down here, and I parked at that parking lot down there and walked all the way down. And I was like, I got to walk back. He was ride with me, so he gave me a ride up there and got my car and brought it back down. So I appreciate it. I got a favor from the umpires already before the game even started.
Yeah, you get point of history here. The original Norwell baseball diamond was up there where you parked, where the tennis courts are now. The left field line ran east and west, and the only fence that the ball field had was the fence that fenced in the football field. So right field was wide open. They had a skinned infield at that time, and you hit it to right field, it would have rolled clear out to where we're sitting right now if the crops hadn't been planted yet. So, yeah, they've added a lot of buildings to the campus. They've a lot of nice ball fields. The softball field is nice over there for the girls. This is a tremendous facility here for the boys' baseball, and lots of good places to sit for the fans that come out and want to watch it live.
Well, that's one nice thing about being a country school, Kent, is real estate's cheap out here. These guys, they just got all the land. They just keep spreading out. They're adding on to the school over there, the middle school, and it's all it takes is money, and you can build anything you want.
That's the thing about taxing. Tax the residents and tell them later what it's going to be for after it gets built or constructed.
They are addressing the field now, making the final adjustments as both coaches are behind the plate discussing with the umpires. And I'll let you know the starting lineups here for the Bellmont team. Number 13, Andrew James will be leading off and playing third base. Number 5, Jack Scheinman will be out in center field. Number 6, Bo Baker will be on the mound for the Braves. Number 9, Keegan Martin will be behind the plate. Number 10, Will Baker will be at shortstop. Number 23, Cam Freight. Cam Freight will be in the DH slot. Number 3, Lane Lemaster will be at second base. Number 18, Dylan Velez will be at first. Number 11, Gavin Krall will be in left field. And number 1, Mason Martinez will be in right field, and he is being DH'd for by Mr. Freight. For the home team, the Golden Eagles of Oak Hill, leading off will be the DH, number 8, Noah Thompson. Number 2, Cameron Aguilar will be at shortstop. Number 17, Peyton Workman will be out in left field. Number 23, Avery Mills will be in center field. Number 7, Ryan Lawson will be at third base. Number 18, Matthew O'Bannon will be at first base. Number 4, Emmett Dorothy will be the pitcher. Number 3, Trenner Boswell will be at second base. And number 9, Harrison York will be out in right field. So those are your starting lineups as we wait to see if they have anything else going on here.
What have you found out about this Oak Hill team? They don't. They travel up this way once in a while. I look down through their schedule. They played Bluffton, Woodland, Huntington North. There's some schools that we're familiar with up around here, but then they, most of them are going to be more south of here. And so, and we discovered a long time ago, the record doesn't always indicate the quality of opponent that they're playing. Those could be some tremendous teams that they beat or lost to, or there could be some weak programs down. We just don't experience them a whole lot up this way.
Well, I believe that they're in the same conference that Huntington North's in, so that's why they come up that way and play that. But Belmont's coach, Aaron Baker, was just out on the field behind home plate, and he was out there with Shane Edwards, the head coach of the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. Once again, I'd like to thank Kelby Waybright for his hospitality, as he's always a gracious host here, as we're at this beautiful ballpark waiting for the final announcements here, and we'll probably have a national anthem. So I may take this opportunity to squeeze in another round of commercials and back with more baseball here from Norwell High School on WZBD YouTube channel.
Dave Nathan from the Z Team here for the All-American gas stations in Monroe, Hoagland, Monroeville, Bluffton, Ossian, and throughout Zeeland. When was the last time you went to get gas and found the food there worth eating? Well, if you've stopped by one of our All-American stores recently, we know that you've enjoyed our custom handmade subs or a hot cup of our own blend of coffee. The next time you need gas or a quick snack, stop in for a cold fountain pop, an energy drink, or a hot meal. From Monster energy drinks to Snickers bars, from smoothies to a hot meal on the go, it's all at your local All-American store. It's the All-American stores. Hometown owners, hometown staff, your hometown team.
Looking to update your kitchen or bath with new countertops or a complete retrofit? Hobbiger's Ace Lumber in Bern brings you custom CAD kitchen design, along with personalized service with 3D rendering that will help you create and complete the project of your dreams. Hobbiger's offers several lines of quality cabinets plus custom countertops, including the durability and beauty of quartz. Call us today at 800-772-5223 and let us help you with your next project from concept to completion.
Quality dentistry for people of all ages. That's what you'll find at Decatur Dental Services. This is Dr. Taylor Trevere at Decatur Dental Services. We provide a wide range of dental treatment, including preventative, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry. Located at the corner of 224 East and Pickway Road in Decatur, we offer convenient office hours, Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Friday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information about our practice, please find us on Facebook or visit our website at DecaturDentalIN.com.
Hey, do you know when and where we can recycle in Adams County?
Well, I know you can recycle from 8 to 4 weekdays and Saturday 8 to noon at the transfer station next to Golden Meadows.
Okay, where else?
In Decatur, behind D&D Marathon on the east side of town on Thursdays, Mondays at Simon Manufacturing 27 South in Bern, and in Monroe on the third Tuesday at the fairgrounds. Plus, you can always get the latest info at AdamsCountySWMD.com.
Thanks.
At Innovative, we pride ourselves on selling and installing cutting-edge technology. Hi, this is Tina. We proudly offer Martin Logan products. Martin Logan sets the standard for luxury, handcrafted, electrostatic loudspeakers that deliver eye-opening, utterly truthful audio experience unlike anything else. Stop into our showroom at 1421 Manchester Street in Decatur to see and hear Martin Logan products for yourself. Innovative Concepts. Celebrating 30 years, we bring technology to you.
Outdoor cooking is great anytime, but spring is the best time. Hitzer, 269 East Main Street in Bern has a complete line of gas, wood pellet, and big green egg charcoal grills.
Plus, Hitzer has outdoor fire pits, cast iron Dutch ovens for outdoor cooking and camping.
Even cast iron kettles from 9 quarts up to 40 gallons.
Hitzer, getting ready for spring.
Grilling
and cooking.
Hey, does anybody know what days Pizza King of Decatur has their world-famous smorgasbord? Hey, I do. Hi, it's Steve, the King from Pizza King. This has to be the biggest question we get on a weekly basis. So here's the scoop. We offer lunchtime smorgasbord Monday through Friday, 11 to 1, Sundays, 11 to 1:30, and Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings, 5 to 8:30. So swing out and see us east of downtown Decatur, or as always, give us a ring at 728-2151. And as always, the difference is in the squares.
Meyer Auto Sales in downtown Monroeville is your local home for sales, service, and bodywork. Celebrating 99 years in business, Meyer is a longtime supporter of high school athletics and a proud sponsor of this broadcast. Come see us for all your auto service needs, from oil changes to brake service. Meyer Auto Sales also provides towing services and has a full-service body shop. If you're in an accident, give us a call and we will help you through the process of getting back on the road again as soon as we can. Meyer Auto Sales encourages you to support your local team. Get on out to the ball game and to stop in the next time your car needs service. Meyer Auto Sales, the cornerstone of downtown Monroeville.
The importance of pitching is never more evident than during sectional week. Is your young pitcher struggling to maximize velocity using the lower half of their body? That's where Ground Force Sport comes in. They've been helping softball and baseball pitchers around the country develop lower body strength using cutting-edge technology developed specifically for young pitchers. Check out their King of the Hill, Queen of the Hill, and their new King of the Swing machines at groundforcesport.com.
Growing since the day they opened in 1998 and committed to building lasting customer partnerships, Classic Dye Services is a proud member of the community in southern Allen County. A leader in wire dye production, Classic Dye Services is a proud supporter of high school athletics and wants to wish the teams good luck at today's sectional. Jim Hoffman and Ben Wally urge you to support your local team, and they hope that you visit Hoagland Days in June. Classic Dye Services, New Haven, Indiana.
Welcome back to Norwell High School as the national anthem has been played. The Bellmont Braves head into the dugout to get their bats and helmets. And the Oak Hill Golden Eagles have made their way to the field. On the mound pitching today will be Emmett Dorothy. And behind the plate catching him will be... Where'd he go? I lost the catcher here, Kent. I'll figure that out. But once again, Norwell hosting here today, but Bellmont will be your first game versus Oak Hill, as Oak Hill with a 14-11 record, Bellmont with an 8-14 record. So Kent, let's get ready for a good ball game here.
Should be a hitter's night out there. I was just looking at the dimensions on the outfield fence out there, 315 down each line, and a very spacious center field, 375 to left center and right center points, and then it cuts across with the Norwell baseball logo across the fence. So it's going to be hard, even with this wind, to put one out deep, but you pull it down the line, you got a shot here.
And I just realized that Titus Thomas is the catcher, and he is in the on the side over there. Didn't see him, but we're underway here. As the first pitch is low, called for a ball one, as Andrew James, the third baseman, makes his way to the plate. There's a windup and delivery from Dorothy. Ball's into the dirt, gets away from the catcher, takes a count to 2-0 right now.
Looks like the outfielders are all kind of pinching towards center field, giving them quite a bit of room down either line right now.
There's a wind-up delivery to James, and James hits the ball hard right at shortstop, a little two-hopper. Comes up, fires across. First baseman has to jump up, comes back down on the bag. Score that 6-3 and a put-out, one down. Jack Scheinman, the center fielder, now comes to the plate.
That's one of the things you'll notice this time of year. Now that it's been 80 degrees and windy and sunny, that field is dried up out there, and so the ground balls are going to shoot through the infield a little quicker, get a true hop, not get stuck in the mud.
Pitch is high for a ball to Scheinman. Big ballpark here, 315 down the lines, 375 in dead center field. Scheinman with one home run on this season. He fouls that one back, takes the count even at 1-1. Digs back in, looks for delivery from Dorothy. Brings a pitch. Scheinman hits that one up the gap for the first base hit of the game for the Braves. As Scheinman's aboard with a base hit. That'll bring up Bo Baker, the pitcher.
Solid contact there.
Coach Aaron Baker coaching down at third. Runs through a list of signs.
Kind of nice to see the traditional signal giving again with the touch the nose, rub the arm, grab the cap instead of the here's your number, look it up on your sleeve.
Oh, he hit that ball deep but foul into the bleachers down third base line.
Those bleachers are beyond. They're clear down by the foul pole, and there are people sitting there.
Bring the count to 0-1 here to Baker. Runner being held at first. chases him back. Safe is the call. Scheinman comes up. If you're going to be here, you might as well get that uniform dirty, son. Bellmont with the white pants and the blue tops, white sleeves. Oak Hill, very similar uniforms, pinstripe white pants, blue and gold. Scheinman is off and running. The ball is dropped by the catcher. Scheinman into second base with a stolen base as he's in scoring position now. Bo Baker now looks at a 1-1 count. 1-1 with one out. Dorothy looks back, checks the runner. Loops a changeup high out of the zone. Takes the count to 2-1. Once again, Kent, I got to be careful. Sometimes I call pitches changeup, and I realize that that's a fastball. But that was a fastball down the gut as Baker fouls that and back off to the screen.
I think Baker's convinced he can get around on this guy and pull it down that left field line.
Well, if you drive that first one into the bleachers that are past the fence on a foul ball, you know you got home run distance on it. The wind is blowing a little bit left to right from left field to right field. Swings and misses, but the ball goes to the screen, so Baker's going to be able to make his way to first on a stolen base. So give the K to Emmett Doherty, but a stolen base on a pass ball. And that will give runners at second and third as Jack Scheinman advances over to third base. Courtesy runner comes out. That will be number 4, Oliver Whirling, as he will run for the pitcher, Bo Baker. That'll bring Keegan Martin, the catcher, to the plate. Congratulations to Keegan Martin, who committed to wrestle for Purdue University next year. The Belmont wrestling team has 3 Big Ten commits 3 years in a row, or 3 guys in 3 years, with Duke Myers at Michigan State, Martin at Purdue, and Ike Rubel now at Purdue.
Shortstop's taking up his position pretty close to second base, looking for a possible steal.
Martin drives that one into left field, a little one-hopper, as that'll score Scheinman, so give the base hit to Keegan Martin as he's on. Runner advances to second base, so Martin with a hit and an RBI. Belmont takes the lead here, 1-0.
Coach Baker probably glad to see that. Their hitting has been good one night and not as good the next, and kind of hard to predict. Even good one inning and not so good the next couple. So getting off to a hot start here tonight. That's good for them.
Will Franzi comes in and runs for the catcher. That'll allow Martin to get his catcher's equipment on. Umpire comes out, makes note of that. Runners at first and second for the Braves. That'll bring up Will Baker, the shortstop, as he steps into the box. Wide stance here. Dorothy looks back, checks the runner. Short step on that pitch. First pitch is called a strike to Will Baker.
Both middle infielders right now kind of pinching up the middle to keep that runner close.
There's a drive into center field, and it's going to drop in for a hit. Center fielder comes up, pump fakes the throw. Will Baker aboard with a hit as he advances to first, and that's going to load the bases. So Belmont with the bases juiced here with just one out, and that'll bring the designated hitter, Cam Freet, to the plate. Freet wears number 23. Aaron Baker giving signals to his team. And with that, it's going to be a conversation from the Oak Hill coach. And with that, we will play a commercial. Back with more baseball here on WZBD YouTube channel.
Each day, the board-certified surgeons of Adams Health are prepared to perform a range of procedures. They apply their knowledge and expertise to help deliver better patient outcomes. And when needed, they perform robot-assisted surgery, which provides more precise and less invasive procedures and shorter hospital stays. For general surgery, orthopedic, podiatry, and OBGYN procedures, and even surgical procedures for the eye, choose surgery at Adams Health. Close by and compassionate.
Welcome back to Norwell High School as Belmont has plated a run here already and they have the bases juiced. Let's see what Cam Freet, the DH, can do after the short mound visit by the Oak Hill coach, Shane Edwards. Pitch is on the knees for a called strike on Freet.
Got the corner infielders pulled in on the edge of the grass, but the middle infielder staying back, maybe hoping for a double play.
Wind up and delivery from Dorothy. That ball is fouled over our heads down the first base line. Takes the count to 0-2 now. Freet's in a hole. I have not seen the Oak Hill pitcher throw a fastball that just went right past somebody. His speed is not to the level. I think Belmont's going to jump on his fastball here. I don't think he's going to challenge him as this delivery comes, and that's high up out of the zone for a ball.
He may have to mix up speeds out there a little bit more if he wants to be effective. None of their hits have been cheap ones yet off the end of the bat. They've all been pretty solid off the barrel.
He's going to go from his changeup to a little bit slower changeup. That one is dribbled out to the first baseman. Just about got over his head. But we're going to score that F3 and have put out. Second out of the inning here. Bellmont was still with bases loaded. It'll bring up Lane Lemaster, the second baseman. Where's number 3? To see if he can get something going.
Umpire properly signaling the infield fly rule on that one.
That ball easily could have been dropped. I'd like to thank Adams Memorial Hospital for our pregame show as we're into the first and second inning with Bixler Insurance here. Here's wind-up delivery. Lemaster thinks about it, holds his swing for a ball. Bixler Insurance represents many trusted insurance companies and can assist you with all of your insurance needs. Stop by their offices in Geneva, Bern, Decatur, and Portland. That pitch also is high. Taking that count to 2-0 now. Had some stats here to see what Lemaster's batting average was.
Braves been showing good discipline at the plate so far.
Called strike. Master's done a good job pitching for the Braves this year. He's pitched 34 innings and has 47 strikeouts. He leads his team with strikeouts as a pitcher for the Braves. Pitch was called a strike, 2-1. Master looks at a second pitch called strike. Bellmont does not want to strand these runners. Lemaster needs to put the ball in play, see if he can get a few of these guys in here.
Runner should be taken off here on the pitch.
That ball is fouled over our heads down the first base line. Here's the windup and delivery. 2-2's the count. Pitch is outside for a ball. Takes him full. Once again, Braves on the scoreboard. Played one already. They got the bases loaded to see if they can get somebody else in here. Rings him up. Caught him outside corner. Second strikeout of the inning for Dorothy, and that leaves Bellmont strands 3 that inning. Back to the commercials and back with more baseball here on WZBD YouTube channel.
Life's a journey. Along the way, F&M State Bank can be your financial partner. When you're beginning, starting out and starting a family. When you're growing, buying your first car or first home. When you're planning for your kids' education or retiring, F&M can help you reach your goals with personal savings, personal checking, home and auto loans, and more. Because at F&M, it's about you and us. Learn more at fm.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, and MLS number 407535.
As I'm sure you've heard, the United Way of Adams County helps several agencies, programs, and initiatives right here in Adams County. The money raised in the campaign all stays right here in order to help those programs and initiatives, including the Angel Tree and Clothe a Kid. If you're able to donate $1 a week, that dollar adds up to so much more when it's put with other donations. Please consider giving to this year's campaign, which ends June 30th. To contribute, please come see us at 218 East Monroe Street in Decatur or online at unitedwayofadamscounty.com.
Welcome back to Norwell High School as Bellmont scores 1 in the first inning. They have 1 run on 3 hits. They strand 3, and now they take the field to let Oak Hill come to the plate. Bo Baker on the bump for the Braves. Keegan Martin behind the plate as we get ready to go here for the bottom half of inning number 1. Bixler Insurance, our first and second inning sponsors. Maybe it's time to review our insurance policies. Your friends at any Bixler Insurance office would be happy to conduct an insurance review for you. Stop by their offices in Geneva, Bern, Decatur, and Portland. Thank you, sir. We are down. This is the first time I've ever been field level for a game, Kent.
Different look, but it's wide open. You can see everything from down here as long as the coaches stay in their dugout.
Different perspective. Had to ask one of the Bellmont assistant coaches to slide it to the left a little bit. Leading off for the Oak Hill Golden Eagles is number 8, the DH, Noah Thompson, followed up by the shortstop Cameron Aguilar and left fielder number 17, Peyton Workman.
Only disadvantage I've noticed from here is we're going to have trouble knowing how the ball missed on the plate.
Doesn't matter why it missed. If it misses, the only difference is last inning, Lemaster got rung up on an outside pitch. I couldn't tell it was outside. He must have thought it was a ball, but he was headed for the dugout anyways. Here's the second pitch from Baker. That pitch is in there for a strike, taking account even at 1-1. I thank everybody for tuning in. With the advantage of having multiple games on at a time, you can pick and choose what games you want to listen to. Here's the delivery from Baker. That pitch is high.
Almost looks like the wind has shifted a little bit from a little bit more out of the south now.
Here's the windup and delivery from Baker. Pitch is fouled back to the screen, even things up at 2-2. Thompson steps back in. Baker looks in, gets a sign, starts his windup, delivers. Curveball looks like it broke in, just missed a plate. That's going to bring things full. Baker trying to keep from walking his first runner here of this inning. We're in the bottom of the first inning here from Norwell High School. Swing and a miss, and Baker rings him up on a swinging fastball, cuts through. First strike for Baker, as that brings up Cameron Aguilar, the second batter playing shortstop here today for the Golden Eagles.
Well, the first time through the lineup, you want to put it right across the plate and see who's going to swing and who can hit it and who can't. Don't pick at the corners just too much yet.
There's our good friend, Mr. Dale Manus, making his way to the dugout here. Pitch is called strike in the outside corner. Looking down a 0-1 count. Breaking ball misses up. Takes the count to 1-1 even. Aguilar looks at the next pitch here from Baker. Starts his windup. That ball is driven out to right field. His right fielder shading his eyes from the sun, but he camps in underneath it. Makes a play. If you're scoring this at home, Dame, that is F9 for the second out of the inning. Peyton Workman, the left fielder. I think Dane's one of the only guys I know sits at home with his scorebook and keeps score at home. But at least that's what he says. He could be pulling my leg. That's happened before.
That's a lost art. I've been to major league games before where people were sitting there in the bleachers keeping the scorebook.
That's nervous energy. Got nothing better to do. Strike, outside corner.
Yeah, you got on top of that curveball a little bit better. Brought it down into the strike zone.
And I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the best scorebook keeper in the world, John Bollinger from Decatur. Pitch is behind the batter. Takes the count even at 1-1. Here's a windup and delivery. Low for ball 2. Baker with 2 outs here, strikeout and a fly out. Here's a windup from Baker. Up in his zone, but called a strike at the letters. Workman looks at strike 2 now.
Always interesting to find out where that home plate's umpire's strike zone is going to be.
See what his impression of a strike is today. Baker fires a fastball on the inside corner, misses, takes the count to full again. There's the windup and delivery. Baker gets the sign. Fouled back to the screen, spoiled there by Workman. Bellmont using the coach pitch comm as Coach Okanowski has the microphone talking to Keegan Martin behind the plate, make the calls. That ball is hit just over the head of Dylan Velez, and it's fair for a single, so Workman is on first, and he goes to second I couldn't see it. Kent, did it get past the right fielder?
No, and he just had a long ways to come because after that first fly out, he decided he'd rather play deep and come in on the ball than to have to drift back and try and catch up with it. So he had a long ways to run to pick that thing up. It was kind of a pool shot that just barely landed in the grass there over the first baseman's head.
So that's a double for Workman. That brings up the center fielder, Avery Mills. As Mills comes to the plate. Mills wears number 23.
Yeah, if you look, Martinez is still pretty deep out there and right. They moved him over towards the line a little bit more, but he's going to keep everything in front of him, or at least that's his intent.
Baker now pitching for the stretch, holding on runner at second base. Lemaster over there keeping him in check. Breaking ball, good for a strike. Baker looking at a 0-1 count here to Mills. Wind up delivery from Baker. Ball's hit hard at second base, and that's going to get through. They're going to send him at home here. Scheinman comes up with the throw. Martin's going to knock it down. Martin goes to second base. He's in at second, standing up safe. So the runner from second, Workman, scores on the single from Mills, and Mills takes second base on the throw. So 2 hits here in this inning. Bellmont with 2 outs, with 1 run scores, and we're tied at 1 apiece here in the bottom of the first inning, and that brings up Ryan Lawson, the third baseman. Ball was not hit hard, but it was enough that Scheinman could not come in and make the play at home. Heavy grass here, ball didn't even bounce. Keegan Martin had to go up to the line, middle field, and get the ball as it barely made it in. This thick grass in the infield. It'll come into play in these infield hits. That ball was hit hard to Will Baker. He knocks it down, comes up, fires across. Dylan Velez stretches, makes the play. And with that, Bellmont gets an out. Score that 5-3 in a putout. Bellmont gives up 1 run on 2 hits. Back with more baseball here on WZBD YouTube channel.
Don Myers Plumbing and Heating in Bern is your American Standard home comfort dealer. American Standard has been in business for more than 100 years and welcomes Don Myers Plumbing and Heating of Bern as one of their independent dealers. Don Myers Plumbing and Heating and American Standard will provide your home or business with energy-efficient heating and cooling equipment, saving you money. Don Myers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling at the east edge of Bern on Adams County Road 000, your American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Throwing a party? Call Adams County Tent and Party Rental to make it a very special occasion. Adams County Tent and Party Rental has delivery on tents, tables, chairs, linens, and bounce houses for weddings, birthday parties, graduations, retirement luncheons, and business meetings. No event is too big or too small for Adams County Tent and Party Rental. Call Landon at 223-2040 or like them on Facebook. Looking for summer work? Give Adams County Tent and Party Rental a call today.
Welcome back to Norwell High School as Bellmont and Oak Hill are tied here 1-1 as Bellmont comes to the plate in the top of this second inning. Still our Bixler Insurance second inning. I'd like to tell you that if you're looking for a friendly insurance agent who are extremely knowledgeable, you'll find them at any offices of Bixler Insurance in the Adams County area. Stop by their offices in Geneva, Bern, Decatur, and Portland. Leading off for the Braves this inning will be the first baseman, number 18, Dylan Velez, followed by Gavin Krall, the left fielder. Then it's back to the top of the order with Andrew James. Somebody started some motion. There's a young man that was not behind the screen. They called timeout and sent him back behind the screen. So Dorothy starts to wind up, brings a pitch to Velez, and Velez looks at a low ball. Starts out 1-0 here. Velez looks out as Dorothy starts his windup. Velez hits this one hard down the third base line, and it drops for a tweener. He's going 2 extra bases. The new and improved Dylan Velez easily goes into second base, standing up with a double as he hit that one down the line, and that fell maybe 3 feet inside the third base line and drops out. Right fielder gets the ball in, but Dylan Velez is on with a base hit, make it a double, and I'll bring up the left fielder, Gavin Krall, batting out of the 9 spot.
That grass is thick out there. They've got it mowed down, but that when that ball landed, it didn't bounce and roll very far. So the left fielder had a long ways to go to get it picked up there by the line.
Using lots of fertilizer on this grass here out in Wells County. So a runner aboard at second base is being held on by the shortstop. Velez with a secondary lead. Kroll with a nice bunt. I'll tell you what, if you put a bunt down that grass, we're going to have to get a shovel to dig it out.
If he gets it out there far enough, get it away from the catcher, out away from the dirt, and get her out there in that grass, it'll just lay down.
Kroll's down at count 0-1 with that first bunt attempt here. Just basically looking to see how the movement was. The catcher was going to have to play that ball. Ball trickled out fouls just outside the first baseline. Velez with a big lead at second. Kroll fouls this one outside the first baseline for a foul. Ball takes the count to 0-2 now.
Coach Baker down there in the third base box thinking, come on, son, I gave you a task to do.
We practice bunts all season long at sectional time. You ought to have her down now. So Kroll looking at 0-2 count. The bunt sign is most likely off here. Dorothy starts his windup. Kroll falls that one back, spoils. Count remains at 0-2 now.
Got the shortstop over, keeping the runner close there to second base and anticipating that Kroll may go the opposite way.
Velez with a nice secondary lead. Looks at a called third strike. And Mr. Kroll thought that was outside. He casually looked down at third base for the next sign. And it's a strikeout, the third strikeout of the game for Dorothy here. First out of this inning. So that'll bring up Andrew James, the third baseman. Back to the top of the order for the Braves. This top of the order was very productive in that first inning as James grounded out, but then Bellmont loaded the bases and Shyman scored to get the run for Bellmont. That pitch is high and out of the zone for ball one. Bellmont had their opportunities. They loaded the bases in that first inning, but could not get any of those other 3 runs across. Stranded 3 ducks on a pond. There's Dorothy as he looks back, checks the runner, brings to the plate, outside. Sends it back to second base as Velez slides back in safely. Pitch is called a ball, so that makes the count to James 2-0. James digs in, looks for the pitch. Dorothy working out of the stretch with a runner at second. Inside. I thought it was inside, but it was called a strike.
Inside corner is what you meant.
That's what I meant. As James popped his legs back like it was close to his legs, but it must have broke back in, caught enough of the black edge of the plate. 2-1's the count here on James, the leadoff batter for the Braves. That one's into the dirt. Nicely blocked by the catcher. Takes our count to 3-1 now.
Velez certainly has the attention of the catcher down there. That's 3 snap throws that they've made, but haven't caught him yet.
Dylan's shoe filled up with dirt. He had to take his shoe off and get the dirt out of it. There's a wind-up and delivery. That's into the dirt. Ball 4. So that first walk of the game here for Dorothy as he's aboard at first base. As Velez stays at second. That brings up number 5, Jack Shyman. One out, 2 runners aboard for the Braves.
Coach Baker, I think, basically said we need a hit here. Nothing fancy. Put it out there in the outfield grass somewhere for us.
Shyman had a hit his first time at the plate. Runners move around.
Third baseman was coming in looking for a bunt. Shortstop sprinted over to cover the bag. I don't know if Coach was expecting Velez to be down there with him already or not.
A lot of movement on the base pads here, and they go back to second base. Velez back in safe at second.
Center fielder wisely coming in to back that up because if he misses that throw, it's going to stop in the grass, and he's going to have a long run to get it picked up.
A lot of movement here as third baseman coming in. It's a sprint to third base between Velez and the shortstop. First pitch is high for a ball to Shyman.
Third baseman chose to stay back that time, but the first baseman is in on the edge of the grass in case he's still going to think about bunting.
Here's a windup delivery from Dorothy. Swing and a miss by Shyman. Evens count at 1-1 with one out here. 2 runners aboard for the Braves. Here's the delivery. Shyman drives that ball deep to center field. Center fielder goes back and makes a play. Velez fakes the tag. Does not go. And Aaron Baker talking to Don Velez, thought he should have been there on the tag.
Yeah, I thought he could have made it as well. It was hit deep enough, and Velez was back waiting on it to be caught, looking to tag, but chose not to go through with it.
Score that F8, second out of the inning. Bo Baker, the pitcher, comes to plate, still with 2 aboard here. Looking to get something going. Open his cause. 2 outs. That ball is hit hard right to the third baseman. And it's a race as Velez gets tagged out. Score that U6 for the third out of the inning as Baker hits down third base. Bellmont strands 2 more that inning. And that'll bring up the bottom of the second inning as Oak Hill comes to the plate here on WZBD YouTube channel.
Blood donations are critically important, especially in the summer months. Help Best One of Monroe and the Red Cross by giving blood during our annual blood drive, May 30th and 31st from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Hi, I'm Matt Brown, manager of Best One of Monroe. This year's blood drive will be held at the Lighthouse, 201 South Van Buren Street in Monroe. Donors will receive a free oil change from Valvoline and Best One of Monroe. To schedule your donation appointment, use your blood donor app or call Michelle at Best One of Monroe. Be a lifesaver. Give blood. Visit bestoneofmonroe.com for details.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance.
See Toby, Mark, Kyle, or Barb at Graber Insurance, with offices on Highway 27 North in Bern and 623 West Monroe Street in Decatur.
Welcome back to Norwell High School. Rex Brewer along with Kent Arnold as we await the Golden Eagles to come to the plate for their second time here in the bottom of the second inning. This game's tied 1-1 after Bellmont strands 2 more that inning, but Oak Hill's pitcher Dorothy pitches out of it. He has 3 strikeouts of these Braves here tonight, as Will Baker with 1 strikeout and no walks, as he's given up just 1 run here on 2 hits.
Don't know if these batters have completely figured out their opponent's pitcher, but lots of base runners already here after just an inning and a half.
So Matthew O'Bannon, the first baseman, number 18, comes to the plate for the Golden Eagles. O'Bannon is a junior as he takes the place in the batter's box. He's a left-handed batter. Wind-up delivery from Baker. Misses high, up and out of the zone.
Martinez even 2 or 3 more steps deeper since it's a right-handed batter out in right field.
That pitch is called a strike. As you said, Kent, it's hard to tell where the ball is on the plate. Usually we're right behind home plate up in the box, but we know it's up or down is about all we can decide now. Breaking ball from Baker. Breaks in, catches enough plate. It's called a strike. 1-2's the count on O'Bannon. Baker looks in, gets a sign from Martin. Long time here. Now starts his wind-up. That ball is fouled back over the screen. Out of play. Bellmont coaching staff comes out. Moves Kroll 2 steps to his left, guarding that first base line as he saw how far behind O'Bannon was on Baker's swing. Pitch is high and up out of the zone. Martin can't bring that back down. That takes our count to 2-2 now.
Center fielder pretty much straight away, maybe a step or 2 towards the third base side.
Baker gets a sign, nods, brings a pitch. Rings him up. Second strikeout as he gets caught looking. That's the old backward K for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the pitcher, Emmett Dorothy.
Again, hard to tell whether they're catching corners on these pitches, but that'll look pretty good. They're just above the knees.
I don't know, Kent. For the fact we're down ground level, this ball field really looks big sitting down here. Usually up in a press box, it doesn't look this big.
Oh, it is really big. It reminds me a lot of the field they had down at Richmond where the semi-pro teams used to play. And you could, if you hit one in the gap, it could roll for a day or two before the outfielder could get there and pick it up. Finally hit the wall.
I had a game at Heritage earlier this year, and they said there didn't used to be a fence out there, and it was the woods. And they said that when they played, the ball would go into the woods, and you had to play it off the bounce. And there's a hit up the middle as Dorothy, the pitcher, drives the ball into left field, and he's on with a single. That is the third hit of the day for the Golden Eagles. Coach Lehrman said that they were playing a sectional game one time. The ball kept going into the outfield, and the guys got tired of chasing it, and he said what the other team did, they were playing Bishop Lures, and Lures guys all had extra baseballs in their pocket. They'd run in one step into the woods and come out firing a ball. It's like every guy in the outfield had 2 balls in his pocket.
If you hit it to right field far enough, they didn't mow the grass, and you had to find it in the weeds. And all you could see was the outfielder's arm when he threw it back in towards the infield.
So 1 runner aboard here for the Golden Eagles, and that brings up second baseman at Trenner Boswell. First pitch is low. Make sure I got his name right. Yep, Boswell.
Mm-hmm.
If I wrote it down Boswell in my book, it'd have been better. I left the S out of there. I had him Bowell. So Boswell is at the plate now. Runner is diving back to first base as Baker checked him back over there. 1-0 is the count here to Boswell. Bellmont sends a pitcher down to the... Oh, and that ball is hit down the third base line. Nice diving effort by Andrew James. They're going to hold him to a single. There's another hit, 2 hits in a row here for the Golden Eagles. That puts runners at first and second. That'll bring up the 9-spot batter, the right fielder, number 9, Harrison York. York comes to the plate here. Les in talking to Baker. Talk about where they're going to go with the play here.
Finally, Coach Edwards gives them a few signals there. Everybody paying attention, see what's going to happen here on this next pitch.
Baker looks in, pitching from the stretch, holding the runners on. Will Baker holding the runner at second. Bo checks back, gives him a look. Into the dirt. Nice block by Martin to hold the runners at second. First pitch called a ball to the 9-spot batter here. Baker looks in, gets a sign from Martin. Checks him. Starts his windup. Brings to the plate. Misses inside with a ball. 2-0 the count to York.
Baker gets those runners on base, uses a little slide step instead of lifting up that front leg. A little quicker to the plate that way.
Coach Hilliard wants to have a conversation.
When faced with the difficult task of making arrangements for your loved one, many emotions and questions arise. What would they want me to do if they were here? Where is the money coming from? How much should I spend? Do they want burial or cremation? The staff at Haggard, Hershey, and Zelt Funeral Home can help you navigate these tough questions. Make your wishes known and allow us to make sure that your wishes are carried out. Call Ryan Hershey or Eric Zelt at 260-724-7167 to schedule an appointment today.
Conversation has ended on the mound. Bo Baker ready to take aim at throwing strikes here. I think that's what the conversation was. Like, hey, just throw some strikes.
Umpire indicating that was your first visit to the mound.
2-0's the count here to the batter, York. Baker looks in, gets a sign from Martin. Checks him. Starts his windup. Misses up and out. Takes the count to 3-0 now. I don't think that was part of that conversation, Kent.
No. I tell you what, it'll be a difficult thing to throw a runner out at third or at home on a fly ball because that wind is pretty stiff coming out of the west.
Baker looks in, agrees with the sign called. Brings a strike. Red light was up for the batter. 3-0 count. I did hear that our buddy Tony G was saying this morning there was wind gusts up to 35 mile an hour this morning when I was heading off to work. That wind is still pretty brisk out there, probably somewhere around 20. Swing and a miss. Brings the count full, does Baker. 3-2.
Coach Edwards reminding his players out there on base, watch that line drive. You don't want to get doubled off here. We got a chance to score again.
Here's the windup. Delivery from Baker. Up and out of the zone. Walked him. And he's loaded the bases here. That is the first walk of the game for Baker. Coach Hilliard walks down. He's going to talk to the pitcher in the bullpen down there. Bullpens are open, so they have to be guarded by a helmeted protector down there. Bases are juiced with one out for the Braves as they're trying to hold Oak Hill to a tied game here, 1-1. Pitch is a strike, pops out of the glove of Martin. But he runs it down as Noah Thompson, the DH, is the leadoff batter. Looks at this 0-1 count from Bo Baker.
Thompson did strike out the first time, but he went down with a couple of good cuts at it.
Baker brings. That ball's fouled out. Foul down the first base line. Quickly down the count. 0-2 is the batter. Noah Thompson is a junior, listed as a outfielder and a pitcher for the Golden Eagles. Baker looks in, gets a sign from Martin, agrees with it, starts his windup. Swing and a miss. Martin doesn't have to go throw down as the base is occupied. Give Bo Baker his third strikeout of the day. So with 2 outs now, Bellmont looks to see if they can get out of a jam here. That's the second out of the inning by strikeout here for Bo Baker. In the bottom of the second here, Bellmont had bases loaded and couldn't get anybody in their half of the first inning. That ball's hit high, fly ball. Dylan Velez camps underneath it, makes the catch. F3 is the play, third out of the inning. Bellmont gets out of this inning. Oak Hill strands 3, back with more baseball on WZBD YouTube channel.
For the past 90 years, Smith Brothers has built a solid reputation by providing quality furniture that lasts for generations. They continue to employ the best construction techniques and components available in the industry and offer frame and fabric styles to satisfy every taste from transitional to traditional and all stops between. Sitting is believing. Test one of their recliners to see how quality engineering makes them stand out from other leading manufacturers. Smith Brothers of Bern. Feel the difference quality makes. Why lose out to pain? Visit Dr. Carla Grody at Grody Chiropractic, 320 West Monroe Street, Decatur. She's a specialist in the utilization of proven non-force techniques to treat injuries of all kinds requiring professional chiropractic care. Call 724-2510 for an appointment with Dr. Carla Grody. Open Monday through Thursday, closed Friday and Saturday. Grody Chiropractic, 320 West Monroe Street, Decatur.
Welcome back to Norwell High School as we've made our way to the top of the third inning. Our Innovative Concepts third and fourth inning sponsors, spring into outdoor upgrades with Innovative Concepts Audio and Video. They have audio, video, lighting, and more. Stop by and see them at their store at 1421 Manchester Street in Decatur. Leading off this inning for the Braves will be the catcher, number 9, Keegan Martin. Martin reached with a single his last time up and was stranded at second base, or his courtesy runner was stranded at second base.
After 2 complete innings, we haven't seen an inning yet where there was at least or less than 5 batters sent to the plate.
Martin checks his swing at low pitch, called for ball 1. Martin steps out, checks the sign. The catcher had a little dirt in his eye as that pitch was in the dirt. Umpire rubbing down a couple extra baseballs here as the catcher tries to clear his eyes, as this is Titus Thompson behind the plate. Thompson is being DH'd for by Noah Thompson. So with a 1-0 count here to Martin, pitcher starts his windup. Martin hits this ball deep, and it's over the head of the left fielder, and it bounces and rolls to the fence. Martin's going to cruise into second base. Martin with his second hit of the game with a stand-up double here. And I said he cruises into second base. The ball got in a little bit faster than he thought it was, but Martin is going to be pinch run for here by number 12 coming into the game. That's Will Franzi. Nice hit for Martin here. So that'll bring up shortstop Will Baker. Baker reached on a single his first time at the plate. Was stranded left at first, the bottom of that, top of that first inning.
Again, the Oak Hill left fielder almost lining up behind where the shortstop would be at on the infield, giving him a lot of room down that left field line.
He's daring him to pull that ball down the line, which surprises me because their pitcher is not real fast, and I think these right-handers should be able to pull him. Bunt put down, ball's going to hop in the dirt. Pitch goes, and he's off the base. Calls him safe. I'm going to have to be a hard nose here and call that an E2, Kent, as the throw from the catcher pulls him off the bag. But Will Baker is aboard, and Keegan Martin's courtesy runner, Will Franzi, advances to third base. So Bellmont business here. They got runners at the corners with no outs, and the DH, Cam Freet, comes to the plate here. And Freet flied out to the first baseman his first time up.
What do you think? Was he sacrificing that, trying to move that runner down to third, or was he trying to bunt for a hit?
I think it's a sac bunt, and the ball just got away from the catcher and couldn't finish the deal. And first baseman, or the second baseman, got pulled off the bag, and his foot was in the air. That's one thing we could see, definitely. Let's see if Coach Baker's going to send the runner here. They're going to check him back. Keep him honest down there. Make sure he doesn't get too far down the line.
Shortstop and shaded over towards the bag. He'll be the one to take the throw if there is an attempted steal.
Man, there's a lot of space right there at shortstop. He's going second base. He's in, and he's out.
Slid right into the tag.
You got to slide low. He slid too high. It's like he went into the bag too high. So he's caught stealing as Franzi remains at third base.
Dandy throw down there, though.
So we're going to call that 2-6 on the put out. First out of the inning. Heard him walk by and said, I didn't like that slide. Now, I think anybody liked that slide. Freet fouls that one into the screen. That makes the count 1-2 on Freet. Dorothy, the pitcher, looks over at Franzi, lead off at third. That pitch is in the dirt, and Franzi's going to trot in home. So Franzi, on a wild pitch, scores, making the score 2-1 here. Wild pitch allows the runner to score from third. For a second there, I thought it was strike three, and Freet should have stole first, but that was a ball called. So 2-2's the count now on Freet. Freet looks at a 1-2 count here now. Now it's a 2-2 count. Freet hanging in here. Two's on the board now. Looks at a curveball that breaks in. Catches him looking. Scoreboard just went to 0. They must have thought that was 3 outs. So that's just a second out. 2 outs here. That brings up Lane Lemaster, as Lemaster struck out his last time to plate. Bases are empty. Bellmont with a 2 spot here.
I think they need to get caught up on their inning by inning scoring there. They've got Bellmont scoring in the second. Here we go. It should be 1-0-1 in the line score.
LeMaster drops down, looks at that pitch as it's called a strike. (0-2's the count on LeMaster now. That pitch is inside for a ball. 1-2's the count. Top of the third inning. The Innovative Concepts third inning. Swing and a miss. Takes the count to 2-2 now. Dylan Velez in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss. And that is another Arnold Lumber strikeout. The fourth of the day here for Dorothy. Back with more baseball here on WZBD.
Brandon here for Kelly's Decatur Auto Mall. 3 dealerships right here in Decatur. Tom Kelly Chevrolet, Tom Kelly Ford, and Tom Kelly Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. With a large new car inventory to meet your needs and wants. We also stock over 100 pre-owned vehicles in a variety of price ranges. All the big city incentives right here in Decatur. We have been here for over 70 years. Free car washes for as long as you own your Tom Kelly vehicle. We also just updated our car wash here in Decatur. Stop in and see us soon. And drive Kelly and drive with confidence.
When it comes to your home, there are things the handyman in you wants to do. And then there's things that should be left to the experts. When it comes to seamless gutters, there's only one choice in our area, and that's SureFlow Seamless Gutters in Decatur. Tired of gutters that leak at every seam and every downspout? Call the guys at SureFlow. Putting on a new metal roof and want your gutters to do the job they're meant to do? Call SureFlow. Find them online at seamlessgutters.net or give them a call. SureFlow Gutters, 260-888-5062.
So we reached the bottom of the third inning here, the Innovative Concepts third and fourth inning. Did you know that Innovative Concepts Audio and Video offers free site surveys? They're here to find the best solution for you. Stop by and see them at 1421 Manchester Street in Decatur. My good friends Chris and Tina Casta run that business, just their 30th year anniversary this summer. Also the employer of one of my children. A lot of people walking around out here.
Well, we had a little incident there while they were taking some warm-up throws from the first baseman. The shortstop, Baker, got a big bad hop up into the nose, I think. And
well, while Deanna Myers takes care of that bloody nose, we'll take care of some commercials here. More baseball coming up on WZBD YouTube channel.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to Liechty Brothers, your Carrier expert, they'll show you the full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort?
Hi, this is Kent at Liechty Brothers Plumbing and Heating with a very simple philosophy. Show up on time, do what you say you'll do, and if there's a problem, fix it.
Liechty Brothers, 251 East Water Street in Bern.
Every child has the right to the financial support from both parents, regardless of whether the parents are married, live together, or live separately. Please call the Adams County Prosecutor's Office if you need help with establishing paternity, obtaining a child support order, or enforcing of a child support order. In some cases, failure to pay child support can result in criminal charges. The Adams County Prosecutor's Office will diligently and aggressively pursue the collection of support from those who try to avoid this responsibility. There is no cost to get the help of the Prosecutor's Office. If you need help, give the office a call today at 724-5362 or visit adamscountyprosecutor.com.
And Deanna Meyer has done a phenomenal job, as she always does. More bloody nose during wrestling season than usually in baseball season, but keep the nose plugs available for all seasons as Will Baker goes out to take his position. As throw from Keegan Martin down at second base is good for a strike. And that'll bring up the number 3 spot batter, Peyton Workman, as he reached on a double and scored his first time up and scored the only run here for the Golden Eagles in this game. Bellmont with a 2-1 lead here as we start the bottom of the third inning. Bo Baker still on a mound for the Braves. Delivers the first pitch. Pitch is hit to the second shortstop. Nice hop. Comes up. Velez with a nice stretch. Stays on the bag. Will Baker gets past that bloody nose and score it 6-3 on a putout for the first out of the game. That'll bring up center fielder number 23, Avery Mills. And that was kind of a bad hop on him, Kent. It looked like it was going to come up, and it stayed down on him.
Could have been easy for him to be jitterish, too, about that after just taking one in the schnoz. So
now that he knows what baseballs smell like,
yep.
That brings up Avery Mills. Mills reached on a single his first time up, was stranded at second. Pitch to him is high and out of the zone. As a catcher, Kent, I remember what baseballs smell like very distinctly.
And there's a difference between the new ones and the ones that have been played with a while.
That pitch is swung on and foul tipped back to the screen by Mills. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Foul ball back to Martin, given to the home plate umpire. Baker has the sign. Pitching from the windup. Brings. Misses with a curveball high. Takes the count to 2-1 now.
Talked about Deanna going out there and help. She's been doing that kind of thing. She was a manager for me in the 80s, wrapping ankles back then. So
pitch is check swing, but good for a strike. You know, we have some really good trainers with Becky Wurst, who was at Bellmont for years, and she's been at Adams Central and South Adams and been at South Adams. I think she's going on close to 40 years now as a trainer.
Saw her out at the ball field the other night when the girls were playing.
That ball is hit deep to center field. Shyman started in, and it takes a 1 hop into the fence, and Mills is rounding second, and he's going to come in and stand-up double. And I think Shyman was fooled by that one a little bit. That is the second hit for Mills here in this game. He drove that ball deep, and Shyman took a first step in and then thought, nope, that's going over my head, and he backed up, and it 1 hopped the fence in dead center field at 275.
Once he turned around, he wasn't looking to make a catch either. It's like, I got to chase this thing down in a hurry.
Brings up third baseman Ryan Lawson. Lawson grounded out to the third baseman his first time at the plate. So with 1 aboard and 1 out, Oak Hill trying to get something going here to tie this game up. Bo Baker steps off, fakes the throw to second base.
Bellmont using the shortstop to keep the runner close there, giving him a bigger hole on the shortstop side.
Baker looks in, gets a sign from Martin. Mills with a secondary lead. Pitches inside for a ball. Makes the count 1-0 now.
For as big as the park is, I don't think they have an extraordinary distance to the backstop here. It looks pretty typical.
It's there's some real estate back there. Catcher's nightmare. And the screen is netting clear down to the ground, so I don't think you get much kickback off of it. I remember we used to, when we were playing Pony League down at Byrne and had that cement wall back there, to catch you just put your glove out, and sometimes you can come back and catch them on a rebound, throw guys out taking third. That ball's hit up the middle, 1 hopper to Will Baker, comes up, throws across for the second out of the inning. Score that 6-3. And Mills advances to third base with 2 outs here. Brings up the first baseman, Matthew O'Bannon. O'Bannon struck out looking his last time at the plate. Will Baker looking to repeat that same thing here. Get out of this inning as Oak Hill is threatening. Baker looks in, gets a sign, agrees with the call, delivers. That ball's hit high. Center fielder Shyman parks underneath it, loses his hat, but he catches it anyways. Score that F8, dead center field, third out of the inning. That'll bring up the pitcher next inning as we get to the 4th inning. So Bellmont comes back here, top of the 4th inning with a 2-1 lead.
Injured in an accident, need representation in civil, criminal, or family law matters? Call DeVos, Baker, Ainsworth, and Razzo for assistance. Our office has experienced trial lawyers who can guide you through the litigation process and provide you with quality legal service at competitive rates. Call 724-2129 to schedule an appointment with one of our attorneys or visit our website at devoslaw.com for more information.
When you need building materials, you need Arnold Lumber, 425 Winchester Street in Decatur, featuring lumber in a wide choice of sizes, plus doors, windows, roofing, and more. Whether it's a complete new home or remodeling, a new deck or deck repair, a new kitchen or a kitchen update, whether it's an erected or materials-only garage or pole barn package featuring quality metal, free professional designs and estimates. Arnold Lumber provides it all. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Thursday till 4:30 on Friday and 11:30 on Saturday.
Welcome back to Norwell High School. Rex Brewer along with Kent Arnold as Bellmont comes to the bat here in the top of the fourth inning. They have a 2-1 lead here. We are in our Innovative Concepts third and fourth inning. Drop by Innovative Concepts Audio and Video to experience showroom stocked with audio and video products that are ready to demo for you at 1421 Manchester Street in Decatur.
Lots of base runners so far tonight. Not a lot of runs yet.
First pitch is a called strike as Dylan Velez comes to the plate. He just loops this one out, and that's got a long way to go as the center fielder misplays that one. That thing really carried. The wind took it, Kent.
Yes.
Velez is going to hustle his way to third base. Throw is going to be late. And he just checked his swing out there, just barely put it on there.
And he wasn't running very hard to first base there because he thought it was going to be easily caught, and that wind just kept on carrying it. And then when it landed, it bounced and kicked a little bit away from the center fielder as well.
Mills thought he had it played, and the ball just kept carrying, and the wind is blowing that way. It's going from left field to center field, and Velez just kind of put his bat out there and half swung and got the ball up in the air, and it took it the rest of the way, and that brings up Gavin Kroll, the 9-spot batter, here in the top of the fourth inning. Kroll takes a cut, goes to the screen.
Anxious to see here if Aaron Baker's interested in trying to squeeze a run across. Wasn't on that pitch.
Kroll tried to put 2 bunts down first time up and was not successful at either one. Looks at a curveball and kind of buckled his knees a little bit. Called for a strike. I don't know if that was a fast curveball or a slow curveball, but it caught him off guard. 0-2's the count here to Kroll. And he hits this one hard right up the gap, and that's going to be a hit for Kroll as he goes to first base. And Velez, after that triple, comes in, give Kroll a hit and an RBI. That brings up the top of the order for the Braves, and Andrew James back to plate for his third time. He walked his first time up. So Bellmont, with a run here, makes the score 3-1 as James, leadoff batter, gets up with 0 outs as Bellmont tries to get something going here. Kroll with a decent leadoff at first base. Dorothy's checking him. Comes back. Kroll is back in safely. Perfect advantage for Matthew O'Bannon, the left-handed first baseman. Able to put that tag back on Kroll. Kroll's leaning back towards the base. Now he takes the secondary. James looked like he was going to bunt, pulled back, did not offer.
Dorothy hasn't been a big mystery to the Braves hitters so far, although he's been picking a few corners and setting them back on the bench on strikes that they've taken.
Here's delivery. Low for a ball. They're not keeping the scoreboard up here.
They're trying to get that straightened out, but
2-0's the count here. Here's delivery. Takes the count to 2-1 as James fouls that one back over the screen. Bellmont ahead here, 3-1. Top of the fourth inning. Our Innovative Concepts audio and video. Third and fourth inning. Kroll leaning towards the base. Offers. And he squared to bunt. They're called a strike. Takes the count to 2-2 now. But the runner advances to second base on a wild pitch. So Kroll scampers over to second. Puts the runner in scoring position and gets some action in the Golden Eagles bullpen. It looks like number 8 goes down there. Is Harrison York going down.
It's a goodly ways down there.
Either 8 or 9. 2-2's the count here. That one is up and out of the zone. Takes the count to full now.
Some of the best heat Dorothy's brought to the plate there all evening, but high.
They look faster when you're in your eyes, Kent.
Yeah, that could be it.
Here's the wind-up delivery. Kroll fouls that one. James fouls that one off. Spoils. Keeps the count at full now. Ken, I'm optimistic. I saw that other broadcaster in here had a pulled pork sandwich on his plate, so I think I know what's for supper tonight. Here's the wind-up delivery from Dorothy. Girl drives this one down to third base. Third baseman comes up, makes a play across. Runner is held at second. Good job by the third baseman to check him back. We're going to score that 5-3 if you're keeping it in your book at home, and that's the first out for the Braves here in this fourth inning. Got to bring up Jack Shyman. Shyman has one hit and scored his first time at the plate, and he flied out to center field his last time up. Runner at second. Check back here. That was in the dirt, blocked nicely by Thompson. Conversation here between the first base coach and Coach Okanowski. Here's the windup. That ball's hit deep to center field.
Very
That's going to be
deep.
in a gap. That one hops the to the fence. Shyman's going to go 3, and he's hustling. The relay throw is going to have to be good, and he's in, and he's over the head, and it goes into the dugout, and that's it. So he's going to get a triple with a advancement to third and picks up an RBI as well. So Shyman, we're going to give him a triple and advances home on the air on the throw, and that gives him an RBI also as he drives in a run as Gavin Kroll scores from third base. So Bellmont jumps out to a 5-1 lead here, and they have one out, and the pitcher Bo Baker from the Braves comes to the plate. See if he can tack on some here and keep this string alive here for the Braves.
They'd have been playing at the Bellmont field. That would have landed on the Monroe Extended, and one bounced into the pond there on the other side, I believe.
That ball was hit hard. That ball is low for a ball. I think the count is 1-1 here to Bo Baker. Keegan Martin in the on-deck circle. 2-1's our count here. Baker hits this one hard, and that's down the line. Left field's got a long way to go. Baker's going to go 2 on this one for sure, as he's going to saunter into second base. And I tell you what, Kent, they are giving that left field line to the Braves all day long, and Baker stand up double as he's in easily. And courtesy runner comes in. That is number 4, Oliver Whirling, goes in for the pitcher. And Bellmont with another hit here. I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits here on the day as Bellmont lighten up Dorothy. And the coach is going to make a pitching change here, I believe, as we're going to send it for a couple commercials. Back with more baseball here on WZBD YouTube channel.
Hey athletes, are you looking to take your game to the next level? Look no further than Indiana Physical Therapy. Our expert team of sports performance specialists and personalized training programs will have you running circles around the competition. Injured or hurt on the field? Come see us. Our team of physical therapists are dedicated to helping you get back up to speed. With over 19 locations across Indiana, we can get you better, faster. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, and people go to get better.
No matter your age, health and life insurance can be confusing and overwhelming. This is Derek Bailey with Bixler Insurance. Whether you are currently on Medicare or will soon be qualifying for Medicare, we have the products and expertise to meet your needs. Under age 65 and looking for health coverage? Interested in protecting your family from an unexpected loss with a life insurance policy? We can discuss options to assure your peace of mind. Call Bixler Insurance today to schedule your free appointment.
9 miles from Monmouth and 9 miles from Fort Wayne, situated on 27 just south of 469, sits 9 Mile Restaurant, your home for great meals since 1837. Providing home-cooked meals to travelers between Decatur and Fort Wayne for over 180 years, 9 Mile has stood the test of time as an institution on the southern edge of Allen County. With seating on the family side, the bar side, and outdoors, there's always a reason to stop and have a meal. 9 Mile also has a full-service bar and a professional service that can cater your next event or party. The next time you're on your way to or from Fort Wayne, stop in. If you've gone the distance, welcome to 9 Mile.
Welcome back to welcome back to the Bellmont game at Norwell High School. As Kent and I were discussing some of our favorite restaurants, as I heard Dane advertising 9 Mile. 9 Mile was one of my mom and dad's favorite restaurants. I had an aunt and uncle lived in New Haven, and 9 Mile was halfway for both of them, and they would eat at 9 Mile at least twice a week. And I tend to go back there. I think that they have some of the best gizzards in town or in the area, and Dane and I agree on that fact.
It doesn't matter what night of the week either. There's always cars out there in the parking lot.
Yeah. So the new pitcher into the game is Noah Thompson. Thompson was in the game as a DH, and he was DHing for Titus Thompson, the catcher. So they're going to have to make some changes here, as I think Thompson had to come out of the game as I can't see the number 4. That is Dorothy, who was pitching, had to come in and catch. That's the switch they had to make. So Titus Thompson is out of the game, and that means the DH is off. So Emmett Dorothy comes in to catch. So that is the switch that Oak Hill coaching staff had to make, and that will bring up Belmont's Keegan Martin. And Martin is 2 for 2 on the day here with a RBI, as he has a single and a double, just needs a triple and a home run to complete the cycle. Runner aboard at second base is Oliver Worling in a courtesy run for Bo Baker, as Martin looks at a called fastball.
And they continue to play that left fielder in left center field. If he had played where most left fielders play, Baker would have only had a clean single without all the running after it.
There's a big breaking ball to Martin. That is called for a strike. We know that this new pitcher has a big breaking ball. That one was a big slow bender. 0-2's the count on Martin here. Pitching from the stretch, holding a runner at second. Martin looks at a fastball, and that one's into center field. Oliver Worling's going to come up, and he's going to scamper down to third base. The throw comes in, cut off by the shortstop. So we're going to have to call that a E2 on the catcher, as the courtesy runner goes to third base now, puts him in scoring position as Worling dives back into the base, but center fielder playing deep could not get there to get in time to get the runner out at third. So Noah Thompson on the mound here, pitching to Martin. Martin looks at a high curveball. That does not break down into the zone. I think 2-2's the count here.
Even the right fielder is shaded way towards center field, giving them a lot of line down first base as well.
That pitch is in the dirt. Good job by the new pitcher, Dorothy, to knock that one down. He has some sort of pitch comm device on his back, getting the signals called in from the bench. Martin looks at a full count here. Brings a fastball, and Martin looks at it, and he knew it. He froze him. That is the second out of the inning here as Martin goes down. That is the 5th strikeout for the Golden Eagles tonight, as the first 4 were by Emmett Dorothy. And the first strikeout here for
Coach Baker really anxious to pick up this runner on third base down there. Realizes that's not going to happen when you take a called third strike very often.
Will Baker looks at the first pitch into the dirt. Nice job by Dorothy to knock the ball down. Keep the runner from scoring at third base. Baker, his last time up, reached on an error. Outside, 4-2. 2 down here for the Braves, as they've taken a 5-1 lead. A pitch in the dirt. Nice job by the catcher, knocked that one down. Makes it count 3-0 now.
Going to break him in behind the plate there in a hurry with all these breaking balls that are landing in the dirt.
Hardest thing in the world to teach young catchers is to knock that ball down, just be a wall back there. Here's the wind-up delivery. Pitch is up and out of the zone. It's a second walk given up on the day, and the first walk given up by Thompson. But that puts runners at the corner as Baker is aboard with a walk. And that brings up the DH, Cam Freet. Freet flied out to the first baseman and struck out looking his last time up. 2 ducks on a pond for him here. That's not even nice, Dale. Dale walks by with a hot dog and just taunted us with it.
And the fixings that he had on there.
Little K&M on it. Here's the windup delivery from Thompson. That ball's hit hard down the third base line. Oliver Worling had to duck out of the way, and that ball missed being fair by a couple of feet. But Freet not having any trouble turning on that one. Number 19 from the Eagles jogs down to get that one.
He should be back by the 5th inning.
Breaking ball misses outside. Freet is now looking at a 1-1 count. Thompson starts his windup, pitching from the stretch. Buckled the knees of Freet as he looks at a called strike on that curveball.
He's thrown about curveballs 50% of the time here with control.
That one's in the dirt. The runner goes to second base on the steal. That is Will Baker. As he's in, giving an SB on the play. As he advances, and that puts 2 runners in scoring position for Freet as Freet looks at a 2-2 count. Deuces on the board here at 2-2-2. Pitches in the dirt, and Worling's going to be able to come home on that one. So the wild pitch scores Worling from third as he courtesy runs for Baker. And that gives the Braves a 6-1 lead now. And the runner advances to third as Will Baker scampers over. And he is now at third base. And the count remains full for Cam Freet here, the DH.
Coach Baker hastes to see an opportunity go to waste here. He'd like to pick that runner up as well while we're at it.
As that ball's hit deep. Right fielder drops underneath it. Third out of the inning. Score that F9. Bellmont strands just 1 runner. That's their 6th runner of the game. As Bellmont will come out to the field. And as the bottom of the 4th inning starts here, you listen to high school baseball on WZBD.
Conventional wisdom says that you get what you pay for, and conventional wisdom is right. You won't find Crystalix in the bargain aisle, but it will always get optimal performance out of your cattle, whether you get it in a steel or plastic barrel, or their sustainable single-trip bio barrel. Crystalix is more than just a supplement, it's an investment. With Crystalix, performance is served. Contact Lehman Feed Mill on 000 in Bern to learn more about Crystalix.
Does your heating system need a good end-of-the-season tune-up from Masters Heating and Cooling? Now is the time to tune up your heating and cooling system. At Masters, we have technicians that can service most makes and models of furnaces and heat pumps at low-cost seasonal special pricing. Contact Masters Heating and Cooling at 1045 South 11th Street in Decatur. On the web at mastersheatcool.com to schedule your preventative maintenance checkup now.
Life teaches us that no 2 of us are the same. That's why F&M State Bank has created so many unique checking options. When you're beginning, starting your first job, there's Smart Checking with free online and mobile banking. When you're buying, Bucks Back Checking pays you for shopping. And there's Loyalty Rewards Checking with tiered interest that builds the more you bank. With these checking options and more, F&M offers something to fit every lifestyle. Because at F&M, it's about you and us. Learn more at fm.bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Norwell High School as Bellmont has scratched out a 6-1 lead now over Oak Hill. And that will bring the Golden Eagles back to the plate here as they try and climb back in this thing. Bellmont scoring 4 in their half of the 4th inning. But that'll bring up Number 4, the pitcher. No, number 4, the catcher, Emmett Dorothy, as he has been traded out as Noah Thompson is now pitching. So Dorothy, the new catcher, looks at the first pitch, called a ball from Baker. That was up in the zone for ball 2. Dorothy reached on a single and was stranded his first time at the plate. Just his second time through the lineup. That ball's into the dirt for ball 3.
Conditions continuing to get a little tougher for the right fielder out there. Martinez not only having to deal with the wind, but now the sun's starting to set a little lower. He's got his shades on.
Looks at a strike. You may need to hang on to that bat, son. That was a called strike, but he flipped his bat toward the dugout, headed down the first base line. That's when you come back with another fastball and take the thing full here. Belmont's bullpen is working here. Baker with another strike. Takes the count to full. I don't know. He may not need that bat, Kent.
Yep.
He hasn't used it yet, so.
Figured it's part of the uniform.
Here's the delivery from Baker, 3-2. That ball's hit high. That's going to be foul. Good job of running it out as he's nearly down to the base as he turns around and heads back. Gets that piece of aluminum. Used to say gets that piece of lumber, but that's a hollow piece of aluminum tubing now.
Got to adjust some of our sayings.
Us old guys. I was in grade school when the first aluminum bats came out, so.
You can't go back to the dugout and get some pine because it's probably processed with plastic.
That one is hit foul. Count remains full. Yeah, I think the first aluminum bat that my parents could afford, I think I was playing 12-year-old Little League ball. I think my last year of Little League was the first year aluminum bats came out. Here's the windup and delivery from Baker at 3-2. Up in the zone, misses. That is just his second walk of the day, but that puts Emmett Dorothy on first base with no outs, and that brings up Trenner Boswell, the second baseman, who singled his first time and was stranded at second base.
Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher.
And that is going to be number 12 as he trots out there. That's Beckham Lamb. His first time on the diamond here. Now brings to the plate is number 3, Trennan Boswell. Baker going to have to pitch from the stretch, hold that runner on. Runner with a couple big step lead out here. No outs. Bottom of 4. Pitch is up. In the on-deck circle is right fielder Harrison York in the 9 spot. Baker looks over, checks a runner, fires back. Velez puts a tag on him. Had a play last night at softball, Kent. Girl steals second base, and she gets down, and they call her safe, and she goes to stand up and takes her foot off base, and the shortstop tagged her, and she was out. Didn't keep her hand on the base. It's like, that's 101, isn't it?
Yeah.
That ball is fouled out of play. Takes the count to 1-1.
Heads up defensive play there. The old hidden ball trick of a sort.
She wasn't hiding it. She
No.
said, look, I still got the ball. Oh, you didn't touch the base? You're out. 1-1's the count here. 1 runner aboard for the Eagles. The Golden Eagles. Baker checks the sign. Runner secondary and may have got him. That was pretty close. Caught him leaning, and he took a secondary lead, and Baker looked over and said, I think he's too far off, and just about got him as Velez put a good tag on him. It's pretty close play at first base. They're looking to try and get somebody in scoring position here. Baker not going to let him get too far off. Calls timeout.
He asked for time. I didn't see the umpire give it to him, so I'm not sure what
Can I have time?
official
No, you cannot
get
have
up
time.
and play.
There's a ball hit up the middle, and that's going to get through. The center fielder, Scheinman, comes in, makes a play, and holds the runner at first and second. So that hit goes out. That is the second hit of the game for Trennan Boswell. as he's aboard. So 2 runners aboard for the Golden Eagles with no outs. As Velez comes over to have a conversation with Bo Baker, that brings up the 9-spot batter, right fielder number 9, Harrison York.
Don't have a pitch count for Baker, but he's been through the lineup twice now in these 4 innings. We'll be interested to see if Coach wants to stay with him since he has a bigger lead, or if he wants to bring in somebody else here.
I do know that we saw a couple of guys go down in the bullpen. We cannot see them down there, but somebody is warming up. So no outs. Baker starts his windup here for York. He squares the bunt, and that ball is bunted foul down the third base line. Fans trickling in here for game number 2 behind us, which is Norwell versus Peru. Conversation from Coach Shane Edwards as he walks in, says something to his batter. We have no balls, 1 strike. Baker, ready.
First baseman looking for the bunt.
That ball's in the dirt. Martin knocked the ball down. The runner thought the ball got past Martin, but Martin's able to get to it in time.
Third baseman's going to stay back there, it looks like, so he can take any throws there at the third base bag.
Velez was creeping in there as Lemaster had to edge over to first base to cover there.
Great big hole at shortstop as the shortstop's trying to hold that runner close at second.
Misses up in the zone. Takes the count to 2-1 now. As Coach Baker has going to have a conversation. We'll take a couple commercials here on WZBD YouTube channel.
At Three Rivers Federal Credit Union, we're focused on empowering you to achieve financial wellness by offering the resources and support you need every step of the way. We're equally committed to bettering lives in our region through volunteerism, community funding and partnerships, college scholarships, and more. We give back to the people, places, and ideas that matter most to you. Learn more at threeriversfcu.org. Three Rivers is federally insured by the NCUA.
The James D. and Sarah L. Briggs Medical Office Building in Geneva is now open. Dr. Amber Lotzenheiser, Dr. Lisa Ferrando, and nurse practitioner Mona Lisa Rogers welcome you to one of the latest additions to the Adams Health family. Services include primary care, obstetrics, labs, radiology, and physical, occupational, and speech rehabilitation. Call 260-368-7370 or visit adamshospital.org to learn more about another great health service close to home.
Welcome back to Norwell High School as Coach Aaron Baker had a conversation with Bo. Bo comes back, throws a ball, takes the count to 3-1 now. 2 runners aboard with no outs for the Golden Eagles. Baker looks back, the runner at second. That ball's into the dirt and goes to the screen. The runners are going to advance anyways on the walk. That is the 3rd walk given up by Bo Baker here today as that loads the bases.
Might be getting a little tired out there. He kind of short-armed that last pitch.
So Noah Thompson, the new pitcher, comes to the plate with no outs. The bases are juiced, and he has struck out twice. So if somebody's going to pitch to Thompson, it would be Baker, as he has had his number twice so far this game.
Kind of unusual for a leadoff hitter to lead off with 2 strikeouts.
1 swing and 1 looking. Ball's hit foul right over our heads down first base side. Coach Okanowski moves the second baseman over a little bit after the late swing by the batter. Baker gets a sign, nods, starts to wind up. Misses outside with a ball. That takes the count to 1-1 now to Thompson, the leadoff batter. Baker trying to pitch out of a jam here. Corners are in for the Braves. They're going to have to come home and get the force. Swing and a miss. Takes the count to 1-2 now on Thompson.
If they've been coached well out there, they won't have to force a throw to the plate with a bit of a lead. Make sure they get an out.
Baker looks in, gets a sign from Martin. Here's the wind-up delivery. Ball is hit foul over our head. Count remains at 1-2. Yeah, shortstop. And we have reconnected successfully. First ball is a strike to Aguilar. Baker deep into the count here on his pitch count. Outside for a ball. Takes the count to 1-1 now.
I think Coach would like to see him finish the inning here if he could. Some character building.
Long time looking at the sign here. Has a sign from Martin now. Called strike. Takes the count to 1-2 now on Aguilar. After loading the bases, Baker would like to strike out the side here. That'd make it easy enough. Sometimes a little too much to wish for.
Corner infielders are still pulled in on the edge of the grass.
That ball is fouled back to the screen.
Everybody else pretty much playing at regular depth, including the outfielders. I'm sure the instruction has been keep the ball in front of you.
Bellmont's hit the ball deep several times here tonight. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Aguilar from Baker. Foul tips that one back to screen. Stays alive. Fooled him on it. Barely got a piece of it.
Yeah, probably would have been a ball, but bat got in the way.
So 1-2 still the count with one out. Bases loaded for the Golden Eagles. They trail 6-1 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Long look from Baker. Gets a sign from Martin. Long stretch here. Into the dirt. Takes him even at 2s. Peyton Workman, the left fielder, is the on-deck circle.
Ideally here, you'd like to see a one-hopper right back to the pitcher so he could go to home and then down to first. Maybe get a inning-ending double play.
I think a strikeout's just as easy. Just like that. So that strikeout makes it 2 outs.
Good call.
Baker, now with 5 strikeouts here. Bases were loaded with no outs. Let's see if he can pitch out of this jam here and get this 3rd out. Anywhere in the infield with a nice little Sunday hop would be a good call. Number 17 comes to the plate. That is Peyton Workman. Big wide stance at the plate for Workman. Baker gets a sign. Brings to the plate. Pitch is breaking ball in for a strike. Bo Baker working high in a pitch count here. Looks in, has a sign from Martin. Agrees, starts to wind up. Outside for ball 1. 1-1's the count here.
Trying not to strain out there, but he's working hard here to see if he can finish the inning.
Martin gives a sign. Baker taking a lot of time between pitches here. Swing and a miss. Takes the count to 1-2 here.
Still popping that glove here, even at the end of the 4th inning.
I called the perfect storm, Kent. Load the bases, no outs, and then strike out the side is what you want to do. Let's see what he can do here. He's got a 1-2 count with 2 outs. Has the call. Here's the delivery. Looks at a 3rd strike. Sometimes I just guess right, Kent.
Yep.
3 strikeouts in the inning for Baker as the Golden Eagles strand 3 that inning. Let's send it back for some commercials. Back with more baseball here on WZBD.
Clean water is everybody's business. The City of Decatur thanks you for all you do to keep our streams and rivers clean, but we can do more. Plant bare spots in the yard. Compost yard waste. Limit use of pesticides. And direct downspouts away from sidewalks, driveways, or any paved surfaces. And think about installing a rain barrel for watering plants around the house. Protecting water quality requires all of us to do our part to prevent stormwater pollution. Get more ideas on the web at decaturin.org.
Dave Nathan from the Z Team here for the All-American gas stations in Monroe, Hoagland, Monroeville, Bluffton, Ossian, and throughout Zeeland. When was the last time you went to get gas and found the food there worth eating? Well, if you've stopped by one of our All-American stores recently, we know that you've enjoyed our custom handmade subs or a hot cup of our own blend of coffee. The next time you need gas or a quick snack, stop in for a cold fountain pop, an energy drink, or a hot meal. From Monster Energy drinks to Snickers bars, from smoothies to a hot meal on the go, it's all at your local All-American store. It's the All-American Stores. Hometown owners, hometown staff, your hometown team.
Welcome back to Norwell High School. Rex Brewer along with Kent Arnold. As Bo Baker has 5 strikeouts, we'll make sure I get in the Arnold Lumber strikeouts. Arnold Lumber at 425 Winchester Street in Decatur, featuring metal for garage or pole barn packages. Also a wide choice in lumber, doors, windows, roofing, deck material or repair, new or updated kitchens, and more. Arnold Lumber provides it all. As we make our way to the top of the 5th inning, it is our Graber Insurance 5th, 6th, and 7th innings. I'll tell you that many of us renew our home and auto policies with no thought to a coverage change. Regardless of your current insurance, allow Graber Insurance at US 27 North in Bern or 623 West Monroe Street in Decatur to do a full home and auto review for you. Kent, I did see Aiden Zimmerman, number 8, one of the relief pitchers for Bellmont, down in the bullpen, as we may not see Baker again as he's pitched high into his pitch count. But Zimmerman is a very able-bodied replacement as he leads this team for Bellmont with 47 strikeouts on the season.
I would think as many batters as Baker faced. He did his job out there on the mound and earned the rest.
I mean, you give him 4 solid innings, giving up 1 run, getting 5, 6 strikeouts, especially loading the bases with no outs and come back and striking out 3 in a row is a good effort for Baker, and that might be all we see for him. But that brings up Lane LeMaster, the second baseman, as he steps to the plate.
And that's a few extra innings he can rest then for the next game coming up, should they get there.
So the coach from the Golden Eagles wants to have a conversation, and when he does that, that means we take a time to do a commercial here, if I can find my mouse. Oh, there it is.
Looking to update your kitchen or bath with new countertops or a complete retrofit? Hobbiger's Ace Lumber in Bern brings you custom CAD kitchen design, along with personalized service with 3D rendering that will help you create and complete the project of your dreams. Hobbiger's offers several lines of quality cabinets plus custom countertops, including the durability and beauty of quartz. Call us today at 800-772-5223 and let us help you with your next project from concept to completion.
Welcome back to Bellmont. Welcome back to Bellmont High School's game here at Norwell High School. As a quick conversation at the mound from Shane Edwards has ended, and that will bring up another pitch here with 1-0 count to LeMaster as he looks at a high fastball that misses up in the zone. Call it 2-1 now, a 2-0, I should say. No outs, no runners aboard, as LeMaster is the leadoff batter here in the top of the 5th inning, and this ball is hit deep to right field, and right fielder goes back. He's drifting back, and he cannot get it. That one hops the top of the fence, and LeMaster is rounding second base, and he holds that second base, and he would have been dead to rights at second. So give LeMaster his first hit of the day as he scampers into second base with a 2-bagger.
Kind of let you know how hard the ground is out there too, because that's at least a 6-foot, maybe an 8-foot fence, and it one hopped and hit the top rail there.
So that brings up Dylan Velez, the first baseman. He hit a 3-bagger and scored his last time at the plate. Hit a 2-bagger and walked. So Velez trying to hit for the cycle. Looks at a fastball up in the zone. This is the first time he's seen this pitcher. That count is now 0-1. LeMaster aboard at second. Not being held on. slow curveball into the dirt, blocked by the catcher. That makes the count 1-1 here.
Thompson out there pitching again, is he?
Yes. Number 8, he's still out there. The coach has had a trip to the mound, so if he makes another mound, there will be a change. There's nobody warming up in the pen right now. Pitch is up for a ball. 2-1's the count. I don't know how many pitchers they have in their arsenal, but Thompson's the guy they're going with right now with no look to a change. Curveball breaks in, must have missed. Velez looking at a 3-1 count here. Let's see if he grooves a fastball and Velez puts it to the fence like he did last time up. He gave that one a ride. Runs into the dirt for a walk. That is the second walk given up by Thompson. So that puts runners at first and second. Now bring up the 9-spot batter, left fielder Gavin Kroll.
Thompson uses a real short slide step. I don't know if he's striding 12 inches from the original stance he takes when he's ready, thinking to deliver.
Big shift by the Oak Hill team on the infield. His second baseman really close over to first. And Kroll puts one down. Second baseman's going to have to come over, and that's the only play they have. Kroll with a sac bunt. Call it an FC, fielder's choice. First out of the inning. Runners advance. So that'll bring up the top of the lineup here in the 5th inning. It is our Graber Insurance 5th, 6th, and 7th inning. Allow Graber Insurance to quote a home and auto insurance package for you. Any policy they have, check with Mark, Toby, or Kyle and Byrne or Barb in Decatur. At Graber Insurance is more than a business. It's a personal commitment to you.
And even though the bunt was right back to the pitcher, the grass knocked it down enough. It allowed the runner to get on into third base, and he didn't have any choice but to get the batter at first.
Timeout, ball into play out here. They're going to let the protector come and get that. First pitch to James is away. It's a curveball that misses outside. His curveball is big and slow.
And the wind's got to be knocking it down some as well.
Here's the windup. Swing and a miss, foul tipped into the glove of the catcher. Evens things up at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 runners aboard here. For the Braves, they have a 6-1 lead. Breaking ball misses out. Takes the count to 2-1 now. Andrew James steps in. Looks to see what pitch is going to come from Thompson here. Calls a strike in the outside corner. James says, that was a strike. 2-2 is the count. James is a bit fooled by that. The throw goes back to second base. Velez is in safely.
May not have been in safely if it had been on the third base side of the bag.
There's a wind-up delivery from Thompson. Just spoils one by pops that one over the fence over here, just above our head. Knew he couldn't get much on it, so he just got the bat out there and tipped that over the first base line. So James steps in, looks at a 2-2 count here. The leadoff batter grounded out to shortstop and grounded out to third, so he's pulling the ball here today. Hits that one back right to the shortstop, and it's a high hopper. Takes a glove off of him, and Velez is going to come in and score from second along with LeMaster. I'll tell you what, that thing was hit hard. Took a glove right off his hand, Kent, but I show no favorites. I'm going to call it E6 as he definitely hit the glove as the ball gets into the outfield. So Bellmont plates 2 more here in the 5th inning, and they take an 8-1 lead over the Golden Eagles. And that'll bring up Jack Scheinman, center fielder. Scheinman had a double and scored his last time up. He has a single early in the 1st inning and has an RBI. So Scheinman hot at the plate here with James aboard in front of him with 1 out in the 5th inning. 2 runs in. Ball is down. James slides, and he's in, out.
That throw from the catcher was on the line perfectly. applied, even with the head first slide. He caught his sliding hand before he got to the bag.
He tried to get around the back side of it, and James is out for the second out of the inning. Pitch was called a ball. It was a perfect peg by the catcher. Thompson steps off. 1-1's a count here, I think. And I still got 0-1. Here's the windup and delivery from Thompson. It's up for a ball. 2-0. Swing and a miss. That'll take our count to 2-1. That ball's hit foul. 2-2's the count now. So we got 2s across the board. The old rule, deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Scheinman trying to extend this inning here for the Braves. Looks at an outside breaking ball. Takes the count full now. Scheinman scored twice for the Braves here today. Looks at this next pitch from Thompson. Hits this one hard, big high hopper up the middle, and it's a seeing eye single. It gives him his 3rd hit of the day, as he's aboard with 2 outs here for the Braves. Scheinman with his 3rd hit. He's 3 for 4 here today with an RBI, and that brings up Bo Baker, the starting pitcher here. Baker has struck out, had a hit into a force at 3rd, and went to first on a wild pitch his last time up and scored. Baker hit this one hard, right at the pitcher that was warming up. The pitcher was warming up, just about made the play. Scheinman was off to the races. He was going to score. Didn't realize the ball was foul, but it was maybe 4 or 5 feet foul. But Baker definitely stung that ball.
No protector anywhere in sight for the pitcher standing on the bullpen rubber down there. That thing was right at his feet.
There's a protector for the catcher, but the pitcher is on his own out there. 1-1's the count to Baker.
Another loose ball in their bullpen.
Baker with a couple of home runs here this season, I think. That pitch is up in the zone. 2-1's a count. Bo Baker with 1 home run this year. Wind's picking up pretty good out there as Thompson steps off. Got their long hair flowing in the wind. That flag's standing out pretty stiff out there out in left field.
Yeah, if you thought it was 20 mile an hour before, it might be 25 now.
That pitch is in the dirt for a ball. 3-1's the count here. 2 outs, 1 runner aboard for the Braves. Runner goes.
If
they
should
throw
be a
behind
balk,
him.
I would think. Although he gets a stolen base there.
So that moves the runner. Scheinman goes to 3rd. The pitcher wasn't looking at him and took a long time. By the time Scheinman's off, he threw behind the runner. You're right, he should have stepped off and then went to 2nd to get him.
Kind of an awkward motion there. He hesitated when he saw the runner was gone, and then he went ahead and threw because he knew he had to.
Baker fouls this one off. Back to the screen. That takes the count full at 3-2 now. Baker with a runner in scoring position here. Swing and a miss. There's a strikeout. That is 2 strikeouts for Thompson, 3rd out of the inning. And that'll bring the Golden Eagles to the plate in the bottom of the 5th inning. They trail 8-1 here from Norwell High School.
Outdoor cooking is great anytime, but spring is the best time. Hitzer, 269 East Main Street in Bern has a complete line of gas, wood pellet, and big green egg charcoal grills.
Plus, Hitzer has outdoor fire pits, cast iron Dutch ovens for outdoor cooking and camping.
Even cast iron kettles from 9 quarts up to 40 gallons. Hitzer, getting ready for spring. Grilling
and cooking.
Hey, does anybody know what days Pizza King of Decatur has their world-famous smorgasbord? Hey, I do. Hi, it's Steve, the King from Pizza King. This has to be the biggest question we get on a weekly basis. So here's the scoop. We offer lunchtime smorgasbord Monday through Friday, 11 to 1, Sundays, 11 to 1:30, and Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings, 5 to 8:30. So swing out and see us east of downtown Decatur, or as always, give us a ring at 728-2151. And as always, the difference is in the squares.
Welcome back to Norwell High School as Bellmont takes the field in the bottom of the 5th inning. They have an 8-1 lead here as the Golden Eagles come to the plate, and they will be their 4, 5, 6 hitters in the lineup as Avery Mills, the center fielder, comes to the plate. Mills has a single and a double and was stranded both times, has not scored here today. Baker returns to the mound for the Braves. Maybe a little bit to the surprise of both Kent and I, as we did see Zimmerman warm up a little bit. But Coach Aaron Baker wants to see how long he can ride his horse here and take him deep into this game. This game seems like it really taking a long time. We're only bottom of the 5th inning here. 2 more innings to go as 3 more bats for the Golden Eagles to try and make up this 7-run deficit here.
He hasn't had a 3 up, 3 down inning yet. Four batters was the best he's done.
So we are still in the Graber Insurance 5th, 6th, 7th inning. Some insurance companies are increasing deductibles and adjusting their loss formulas, allow Graber Insurance to do a full, no-cost home and auto review for you. Make sure the insurance you buy is the insurance you want. Graber Insurance at US 27 North in Bern or 623 West Monroe Street in Decatur. As Mills comes to the plate, he is the center fielder today, and we've seen several go over his head in dead center field. Looks at a fastball from Baker.
And it's not because he was playing in shallow either. He was pretty good depth, and it still went over his head.
There's the windup and delivery to Mills. Checks his swing. Ball is low. Takes the count to 1-1 now. Baker starts his windup. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss. Pops out of the glove of Martin. Baker up in a count. 1-2 now. Boy, I hate baseball and softball season. It's so hot out here. You get the sweaty ear cups in here, but headphones on for 3 hours. But Baker looks into the 1-2 count here. Swings at a pitch that he didn't want to swing at, and Baker with another strikeout for the first out of this inning. I have him at 7 strikeouts here today, and that'll bring up Ryan Lawson, the third baseman, whereas number 7. He grounded out to the third baseman and grounded out to the shortstop. He's 0 for on the day. Bo Baker looks in, takes this next batter. Strike. Letter high fastball. Literally letter high fastball. Baker's still in a groove here, late in the game. That ball's hit foul back over the screen. He's up in a count 0-2 now. Somebody goes throw that big bender and try to fool him on a curveball.
Must have told Dad, he said, I've got plenty of strikes still in my hip pocket. Send me back out.
Checks on the signal. Here we go. Did come with a curveball. So that is fouled off by Lawson.
I'd like to see him take a little bit more off on that curveball. I think he'd fool those batters.
Yeah, kind of half curve, half change.
Mm-hmm.
0-2 still the count here. Let's see what Baker dials up for him. Foul line drive hits straight at Shyman, and Shyman cruises in, takes the line drive, score at F8. And that was not a fly ball. That was a ball coming in, caught waist high by Shyman.
Fortunate that it was right at him because he wouldn't have had time to move left or right very, very far.
That brings up a 2 outs as the first baseman, Matthew O'Bannon, comes to the plate here. I did hear that van get the window broken out. Good thing it wasn't my car. That ball was fouled off. I drove around the parking lot 2 or 3 times thinking, where do I want to be? There's a screen there. If I go to the top of the screen, well, my old Buick still had John Kent's insurance will pay for my window if it gets broke. So
there you go.
Here's the delivery from Baker inside. Got a pinch hitter here, number 11, Jackson Lamb, his first time at the plate. Looks at a 1-1 count here now, as O'Bannon is being pinch hit for here. Nice curveball by Baker, breaks in, takes the count to 1-2 now.
Took a little bit more off on that one.
O'Bannon had struck out looking and flied out to the center fielder, so they give Lamb a chance here. Baker looks in, shakes that sign. Didn't like that one. I like this one. Here's a curveball, I bet. Fastball right into the dugout of the Golden Eagles. And it hit the back wall and come off and hit one of the players in the head. Hit him in the back of the head. He got hit with that foul ball. He got scalded with it. It went in and hit the back wall, come off, and the umpire is going to call timeout to have him looked at as Dana Meyer heads over there to see if she can give some training assistance here.
They have to implement a concussion protocol on that one.
And I think it was the catcher. He had his I think he's a backup catcher. He might have had the equipment on, but
probably not the helmet.
No. The only piece of equipment that mattered did not have on his body. As they're going to talk to him about it here. As in there, the umpires call timeout. And when they call timeout, that means that I'm going to take this opportunity here to play a commercial back with more baseball on WZBD YouTube channel.
Meyer Auto Sales in downtown Monroeville is your local home for sales, service, and bodywork. Celebrating 99 years in business, Meyer is a longtime supporter of high school athletics and a proud sponsor of this broadcast. Come see us for all your auto service needs, from oil changes to brake service. Meyer Auto Sales also provides towing services and has a full-service body shop. If you're in an accident, give us a call and we will help you through the process of getting back on the road again as soon as we can. Meyer Auto Sales encourages you to support your local team. Get on out to the ball game and to stop in the next time your car needs service. Meyer Auto Sales, the cornerstone of downtown Monroeville.
And before we come back to the game, swing and a miss and a strikeout. The 8th strikeout, Arnold Lumber strikeout for Bo Baker here, and that's the 3rd out. And the Braves will come back out to bat here as they make their way to the top of the 6th inning with a 8-1 lead. Back with more baseball here from Norwell High School on WZBD.
The importance of pitching is never more evident than during sectional week. Is your young pitcher struggling to maximize velocity using the lower half of their body? That's where Ground Force Sport comes in. They've been helping softball and baseball pitchers around the country develop lower body strength using cutting-edge technology developed specifically for young pitchers. Check out their King of the Hill, Queen of the Hill, and their new King of the Swing machines at groundforcesport.com.
Growing since the day they opened in 1998 and committed to building lasting customer partnerships, Classic Dye Services is a proud member of the community in southern Allen County. A leader in wire dye production, Classic Dye Services is a proud supporter of high school athletics and wants to wish the teams good luck at today's sectional. Jim Hoffman and Ben Wally urge you to support your local team, and they hope that you visit Hoagland Days in June. Classic Dye Services, New Haven, Indiana.
Welcome back to Norwell High School as Bellmont comes to the plate here with a 8-1 lead. And we've made our way to the top of the 6th inning, still in the Graber Insurance 5th, 6th, and 7th inning. Looks like Bellmont may send a couple of pinch hitters to the plate here in this inning. I see a couple of guys with New helmets, new bats out here, warming up a little bit.
And a pitching change for Oak Hill. Looks like they've got Gavin Hazelwood out there on the mound now. He's a senior.
Hazelwood comes in, spot Thompson. And I think they made a catching change. They put, I don't know. I think Dorothy's still behind the plate.
Well, and Lamb pinch hit there. I think they've got him at first base now as well.
He stays in the game to hit. Keegan Martin for the Braves comes to the plate. Martin has 2 hits and an RBI here today. That ball is hit high. 1 hopper, easy Sunday hop for the third baseman. Comes up, throws out the catcher for the Braves. So Martin goes down. Score it 5-3 and a put out for the first out of the inning. I'll bring up shortstop Will Baker, number 10, for the next batter. 1 pitch, 1 out. Short work here for Hazelwood. Arm goes a long way, pitching 1 pitch to each batter. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, good for a strike from Hazelwood. Baker checking out this new pitcher here, see what he's got. Here's the windup, delivery from Hazelwood. Baker drills this one up the middle. Baker with a base hit. So he's aboard. That is his second base hit of the day. He stole a base last inning. Cam Freet, the DH, is up to the plate now. So with 1 runner aboard, 1 out. Freet comes to the plate. I think Belmont's got a pitcher warming up out there in the bullpen. Freet digs in. Nice lead off here for Baker. Swing and a miss. No foul ball. It's into the dirt. Baker goes to second base on a wild pitch.
I would think these batters will be coming up free swinging. Probably not too many signals from the third base coach with a 7-run lead.
Swing away, boy. Swing away. Freet looks at a 0-1 count here. Swing that first pitch in the dirt. Long look from Hazelwood. Freet threw him the old drop ball. Makes the count 0-2 now.
He's going to have to move up in the box if he wants to hit that pitch, because by the time it gets to him, it's down around his ankles.
Call that drop lack of speed, Kent. Here's a pitch. Plunked him right in the middle of that big shoulder of his. So there's a walk for Cam Freet.
Or he can move closer to the plate and take one for the team like that. That's all right.
Yeah, it's easy to call after it happens, right, Coach? Yep. So it brings up the second baseman, Lane Lemaster. Lemaster hit a double his last time up, just about bounced one out of this stadium and did score. Big lead at second base, and that ball is into the dirt. Nice block by the home plate umpire. Took that one off the inside of his thigh. Not a lot of protective gear there.
No, but he's not rubbing it, so
rubbing it
in true baseball form.
That's just for sissies.
Yeah.
1-0 is the count here. Hazelwood pitching from the stretch, holding the runners on. That ball is hit right off the plate, dribbles over into the third base side, foul. Here's a 1-1 count to Lemaster. Wind up, delivery, into the dirt. Nice block by the catcher. Throws down, snap throw to first base. Freet goes back in, feet first. He is safe. 2-1's a count here. Hazelwood checks the runner at second. Comes to the plate. Into the dirt. Nice block. They snap throw back. Baker is back in safe.
Catcher, he's got a good arm. He snapped that one down there from his knees.
Count goes to 3-1 now. Hazelwood comes to the plate. Looks at a strike. Does Lemaster. Even full swing is up and out. 3-2 now. 8-1's the score. Bellmont on top, and that ball is up in the zone, and there's a walk to load the bases. So bases are juice for Dylan Velez.
That's not what Coach Edwards had in mind for his new pitcher out there.
So that is the 7th walk of the night here for these 3 pitchers. I'm sorry, I put that in the wrong place. There's a 4th walk for these 3 pitchers. Put in his strikeouts. Pitch is called a strike to Velez. Velez hits a grounder, gets through. And they're going to hold Freet at third base, but Will Baker comes around and score from third. So give Velez another hit and an RBI as he has hit a single, a double, and a triple. He's just about got the cycle, Kent.
Don't know if he's going to get another opportunity, though.
The bases are juiced once again for the Braves with 1 out. And at the plate is Gavin Kroll, the left fielder. That pitch is high. 9-1 is the score here for the Braves on top. Just 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Pitch is knee high, misses.
Hazelwood's going to have to mix it up out there because they're going to sit on that fastball and continue to pound it around the outfield.
Kroll swings and misses. Makes the count 2-1 now. Kroll digs back in, looks for the pitch. Hits this one hard at third base, and it's just underneath the glove of the third baseman. Comes up. Oh, and it into the glove. I mean, that's going to be an infield hit as Freet's able to come in from third. Runners advance to second and third. Kroll makes it on board on an infield hit as a pitch. The ball was just missed by the third baseman. Shortstop come up, had a long way to go. Second hit for Kroll of the day. That brings up Bellmont in the top of the order here as Andrew James comes to the plate. James reached on an error last time and was thrown out stealing second base. Braves now up 10-1. Get another one here and then come back and hold them. The game's over here. That ball is hit right up the middle. See if the Eagles can turn 2. And they do.
Nicely turned.
So it's 6-4 to 3. 3 outs here as the Braves go down and they strand 2 more of that inning as Bellmont will come to the plate, or Bellmont will go into the field and try and hold off Oak Hill as they need some runs to catch up. Bellmont leads this game 10-1 as we come back with more baseball here on WZBD YouTube channel.
Each day, the board-certified surgeons of Adams Health are prepared to perform a range of procedures. They apply their knowledge and expertise to help deliver better patient outcomes. And when needed, they perform robot-assisted surgery, which provides more precise and less invasive procedures and shorter hospital stays. For general surgery, orthopedic, podiatry, and OBGYN procedures, and even surgical procedures for the eye, choose surgery at Adams Health. Close by and compassionate.
Life's a journey. Along the way, F&M State Bank can be your financial partner. When you're beginning, starting out and starting a family. When you're growing, buying your first car or first home. When you're planning for your kids' education or retiring, F&M can help you reach your goals with personal savings, personal checking, home and auto loans, and more. Because at F&M, it's about you and us. Learn more at fm.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, and MLS number 407535.
Welcome back to Norwell High School as Bellmont takes the field. The senior Keegan Martin, his catching duties are done for the day as Oliver Whirling comes in to spot him, the 10th grader. Whereas number 4, and Bo Baker still on a mound here, Coach, as he must have convinced his dad that he's got a few more innings left in here as he tries to extend this game, make their way into the 7th inning. Bellmont, they could have scored 1. Could have held them here, but 10-1's the score now as Oak Hill needs some runs to stay in this game here.
Starting to see Norwell and Peru fans moving into the stadium, as well as they just turned on the stadium lights.
Bellmont assistant coach asked if we kept pitch count. Said we don't get paid to count pitches. Randy Heisner does. Randy counts everything.
But he doesn't get paid to count them. But
No, he counts popcorn in the bag too. He's like Rain Man. But so Bo Baker starts this inning as he will face Emmett Dorothy, the original pitcher, now the catcher, as at the plate. Up in the zone for a ball. Dorothy has a single and walked in his 2 first appearances here today against Baker. That ball's hit hard. One hopper to Crawl. Give him a base hit. So he's aboard. Oop, put him in the wrong place. Where's
and
he
a
at?
big hop it was there. He was ready to field it at his belt and ended up catching it well above his cap.
2 hits today for the original starting pitcher. That'll bring up Trenton Boswell, who is the second baseman. He has 2 singles here today for the Golden Eagles, has not scored. Been stranded twice now.
And I believe Beckham Lamb is out there as a courtesy runner. Or a pinch runner, I didn't see which.
Baker, Velez dropped the ball. I think he had him if he hangs on to the ball.
Started to tag a little bit too soon there. Ball wasn't secured.
No pitch yet. Baker looks in. Boswell. Baker comes back again. They're not going to give this new courtesy runner any.
Just gets off the bench and already his uniform is filthy.
Pitch covered there nicely by Whirling, but it's a ball. First pitch, actually, to the batter after a couple of throws over to first base. 1-0 is the count here. Baker comes back again. Runner back easily. Velez tried the old fake throw back, see if he can catch him napping here.
If he put that slap tag on his ribs each of these 3 times, the runner might just stay on the base.
Whirling blocks the plate. Nice job defensively for Whirling into the game. He's being tested here. That makes the count 2-0 now.
That probably wasn't very sportsmanlike of me, but I remember him doing that to Maury Wills all the time.
Here's the delivery. Up in the zone. 3-0. Baker needs to get back into the strike zone here. Kent, I think that blazing sun's been covered up by a big purple cloud here, taking some of the heat off.
Non-threatening, but it sure makes it easier to see out there.
We're in a cement block building that I told Coach Okanowski before the game. I said tornado hits were safe. This looks like a bunker in here. Walks him on 4 pitches.
Wasn't built for acoustics, was it?
No.
But it will endure the weather.
So that's a walk and puts runners at first and second with no outs. Wind's picking up a little bit. See the long flowing locks of these batters, of these fielders flowing. That brings up the 9-spot batter, right fielder number 9, Harrison York. York has walked twice. Stranded at first base both times. Baker pitching from stretch, looking for a bunt here, and that ball's hit hard. Steps on third base, and then launches one. And that runner's going to go to third base. Runner goes to first base. We're going to get 1 out, as we're going to call that a runner forced out there.
So 5U on the pinch runner for Dorothy.
So Dorothy gets 1 out here, and then there's a E5 on the throw. Puts the runner York at first base, runner at first and second. Oh, second and third
Second
they are.
and third then after that long throw.
Pitch is missed. So York is on second. Boswell's on third. They did get the lead runner out of that. 1 out here. Bottom of 6. That is a strike to the batter. This is the new pitcher that's in the game. That's Gavin Hazelwood. Batting in the 1 spot for Noah Thompson. Looks at a 1-1 pitch here from Baker. Up in the zone for a ball. Two ones the count to Hazelwood, the pitcher.
Not a lot of adjustments to the defense out there. Everybody pretty much straight up.
Into the dirt for ball 3. Whirling being tested here as he comes in the game. Playing some catching grounders here behind the plate. Whirling gives a sign to Baker. Baker starts his motion. Up in the zone, and he walks the bases loaded. I have that as his 5th walk of the day here, as the bases are now loaded.
Coaches are looking at each other in the Bellmont dugout, wondering, are we going to make a move here, or are we going to leave him? Looks like they're going to leave him for
Number
now.
13, Kyler Cable comes in a courtesy run at first. Umpire makes the changes here. Got another pinch runner here. Landon Watt is in a hit, number 14. He's a 10th grader. 10-1 score. The Golden Eagles coach trying to get some guys in off the bench, making some playing time here in sectional. Looks at the first pitch is low for a ball. Baker looks in, gets a sign, starts his motion, delivers. Swing and a miss into the glove of Whirling. Evens things up at 1-1.
Good cut for coming off the bench cold. Fans continue to stream in, getting ready for game 2 here in a while.
Well, that'll be Norwell's home game, and they will have a crowd. They always have a crowd. I don't care where they're playing. This ball is hit high. Velez has to get back to the bag. Misses it. Couldn't get back to the bag. Velez went to make the play, fell down the grass. Couldn't get up in time, and Lemaster had nobody to throw to. So this runner down here is going to score. That is Trenton Boswell scores. As York goes to 3rd, Thompson goes to 2nd, and we're going to call that a E3 on Velez as that runner reaches here. And that's going to be Peyton Workman to the plate. 10-2 is the score now. 1 out. Belmont needs to get out of this jam. Runners are playing back deep now. Pitch is high. Baker struggling a little bit here. All those guys in the dugout, and they look at us to see a pitch count here. You think somebody might want to keep track of that as Bo Baker goes deep in this game. That ball's hit hard to center field. Scheinman comes over and makes a big play. Almost gets him at second base, but the runner at third will tag. So York will score from third. Score at F8 to center field. Workman is the second out of the inning, but give him a ribby on the play. His runner stays at second, so first and second is where they stay.
Sherman got a pretty good jump on that one. Was able to get there in time. In stride.
Avery Mills is the batter here. He's got a couple of hits on the day. Baker winds, dines, brings a fastball right in the gut. Baker with 2 outs. Just needs to get out of this. Belmont will come to the plate in the top of the 7th. So they can score some insurance runs here. They got a 10-3 lead right now. Need to get out of this inning. That ball's hit hard, and that's not going to do it. That single by Mills is going to make his 3rd hit of the day, and that's going to load the bases. As Mills is aboard now. Mills has 2 singles and a double and struck out.
And it looks like Belmont has made the decision. They're just going to stick with Baker to finish the inning one way or the other.
So that brings up Ryan Lawson, the third baseman. Lawson flied out to center his last time at the plate. Ball's hit to the second baseman, and Lamaster catches that one easily. F4, score it in your book. 3 outs. Braves come to the dugout. They'll go to the plate and see if they can finish things off here in the top of the 7th inning. You're listening to High School Baseball on WZBD YouTube channel.
As I'm sure you've heard, the United Way of Adams County helps several agencies, programs, and initiatives right here in Adams County. The money raised in the campaign all stays right here in order to help those programs and initiatives, including the Angel Tree and Clothe-A-Kid. If you're able to donate $1 a week, that dollar adds up to so much more when it's put with other donations. Please consider giving to this year's campaign, which ends June 30th. To contribute, please come see us at 218 East Monroe Street in Decatur or online at unitedwayofadamscounty.com.
Throwing a party? Call Adams County Tent and Party Rental to make it a very special occasion. Adams County Tent and Party Rental has delivery on tents, tables, chairs, linens, and bounce houses for weddings, birthday parties, graduations, retirement luncheons, and business meetings. No event is too big or too small for Adams County Tent and Party Rental. Call Landon at 223-2040 or like them on Facebook. Looking for summer work? Give Adams County Tent and Party Rental a call today.
Welcome back to Norwell High School. As Bellmont is going to come to the plate with a 10-3 lead as they're going to try and get a couple of insurance runs here. Jack Scheinman comes to the plate. As Scheinman had a single and a stolen base last time. He had a triple and a single, so he's got 3 hits and an RBI and a stolen base. Stranded on second base his last time up, but Scheinman's hit the ball hard here today, so let's see what he can do. It's the first time he will see this new pitcher, Hazelwood.
Bellmont scored in every inning except for the second.
Hazelwood drops a little slow curveball in there as Scheinman watches that one for a called strike.
We're going to see a steady diet out of that curveball here, I bet.
Hazelwood wanted a new baseball. He'd thrown the life out of that one already. There's a wind-up delivery. Up in the zone. Takes the count even at 1-1. Scheinman hits a sky-high fly ball. Right fielder makes it. Scored F9. First out of the inning, and that'll bring up Bo Baker. And I did see Coach Aaron Baker go out and give the sign to the pitcher in the bullpen that said, "You will be going in next inning." So that'll bring up Baker. That ball is hit hard. I can't see it. Where's it at?
It is fair ball just inside the line down there. Right fielder had a long ways to run to get there and picked it up, but not before Baker ended up at second base with a double.
Baker's tired. It's like he was dragging a plow going into second base there, but he comes in. He's pitched a well of a ball game today. He's up 10-3.
This might be a good opportunity to put a pinch runner in for him out there. Let him come in, catch his breath. He's coming out anyway.
So that comes in number 19. That's George Gardner into courtesy run. Baker leads into the dugout with a good day under his cap. That brings up Oliver Whirling, who's batting here for Martin as he came into the game defensively. So Whirling digs in. It's his first time at the plate as he has not batted yet here today. Looks back, checks the runner. Whirling swings through a fastball. On deck is Will Baker. 1 out for the Braves here. Top of the 7th inning. Whirling swings through another fastball. There's wind up and delivery from Hazelwood. Into the dirt. Nice block by the catcher.
Hazelwood not wasting any time out there. Gets the ball, gives the runner a quick look, and brings it to the plate.
Pitching from the stretch. Holding runner on at second. Whirling hits one down to third base. Slow roller. Third baseman comes up, thinks about it, goes across the diamond. Score it 5-3 on a put out. Braves with 2 outs here. A runner still at second base as he did not advance on that throw to third, from third to first. Will Baker comes to the plate. He has 2 hits today and has scored 1 time. Hazelwood looks in, brings high for a ball. Baker digs in. He's set. Hazelwood starts his motion. Baker hits one down the third base line. Hits the out of the edge of the grass in foul territory and bounces back in fair. Right fielder was a long ways away. He has to range over and get that one. Bellmont's pulled the ball down that third base line several times tonight in left field and had some extra bases out of it. They're really giving that line up, are the Golden Eagles here. That ball's into the dirt, knocked down nicely by the catcher. I'll take her count to 2-1 now.
Must be a coaching philosophy that they like to play their outfielders pinched in towards the center.
I don't think it's because they think the hitters can't pull the fastball of their pitchers, because their pitchers do not have blinding speed in any shape of the matter.
Well, if you look at the hitting chart I've been keeping here, Belmont's had about a 2-to-1 ratio hitting to center field. So
that's what you brought your crayons for tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Called strike. I don't know if his Baker ducked a little bit, but that was up over his letters. But that's going to take the count to full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's a payoff pitch here. Into the dirt, and that's going to walk him as George Garner advances to third base on the walk. So Baker's aboard, and that brings up the DH, Cam Freet. Freet walked last time after he was hit with a slow breaking ball and bounced off that big left shoulder of his. He's flied out and grounded out and struck out. So technically he hasn't been to the plate yet. Freet digs in. It's the first time he would have seen Hazelwood. See if they're going to send Baker at second. Looks at a big breaking ball for a strike.
kind of has that look like he'd like to take some frustration out on one of these pitches.
There's the delivery. Well, he took a big cut at that one, but a ball dropped underneath the bat. He's down on the count 0-2 now.
He either needs to move up in the box or move closer to the plate and take another hit by pitch.
Hazelwood looks over to check the runner. Into the dirt. First ball.
Quite the backhanded stab by the catcher on that pitch.
1-2's the count to Freet. Hazelwood comes to the plate. Up in the zone. We're even at 2s now. Deuces are wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Freet hits the ball into the gap as the shortstop was over holding the runner. No runner, but George Garner was able to score from third base on the hit from Freet. So give Freet a single and a ribby. And that advances the runner to second in Will Baker, and Lane LeMaster comes up to the plate. He's the second baseman. He was forced out in a double play last time as Coach Baker comes to the umpire to make a change here. Probably do a little pinch hitting. Waiting for somebody to get a helmet on here. Lots of sign language out here between the coaches. Now bring up number 22, Deslin Lee. Is going to hit here in the top of the 7th inning. Bellmont with an 11-3 lead here. Lee comes to the plate here. We're going to get a pinch runner here as Aaron Baker making another switch as Cam Freak comes off the field. And the runner going in with a helmet is number 15, Jordan Haynes. That's a good switch for pinch runner there, Coach.
Yep.
Deslin Lee steps in for his first time of seeing Hazelwood. Batting for LeMaster here. Looks at a ball up in the zone. Takes it. Norwell and Brewer getting ready to take the field here in game number 2. That is a strike. That will be the opponent of Bellmont, as long as the wheels stay on the machine for another half inning here.
Middle infielder's not really holding the runner on at second.
That is up and over the head of Lee. We're at 2-1 now. There's a pitch to Lee. Hits this ball hard right through the glove of the shortstop. And they're going to send the runner from second. And there's nobody covering third. Shortstop gets over there. So let's see. So Lee gets a single and give him an RBI. And the runner from second, Will Baker, scores. And LeMaster goes to third. So that leaves runners at the corner. And that'll bring up Dylan Velez to the plate. Velez has had a good day. He's got 2 hits, got a ribby. He's hit the ball hard a couple of times here. Bellmont takes a 12-3 lead now. That one fouled back over the screen, right towards my old Buick.
Actually, if he could put one in the tennis courts out there, he'd hit for the cycle. I think he's got a double, a triple, and then a single the last time up.
We can only wish him here. Not with the ball in the dirt. You're not going to get any height on that one.
And not on a slow curve ball. You'd have to provide all your own muscle there.
I think he's got it. He could push one over the fence. He barely swung and one-hopped the fence on that one. The wind kind of helped him. He waved at that one. Wasn't too serious about it. Hazelwood checks over, looks at the runner at first. Lee's not going anywhere. And that one is
in
pushed
the gap.
Into the gap. And Velez is going to go 2. Ball rolls to the fence. And Lee is going to go to home. Velez rounds it. Lee scores from first. And the runner that was on running for Cam Freak scores as well. So Velez drives in 2 ribbies with that hit. He ends up with a double. Stands at second base, and Gavin Krull comes to the plate. Number 9 batter. Bellmont with a 14-3 lead now. Krull hit into a fielder's choice. Struck out, and then he got a single his last time to plate. Ball is backhanded by the catcher. Outside for ball 1.
Oak Hill just needs one more out here, get out of the inning, and move to their turn at bat.
Hazelwood trying to get out of this inning here. Oh, not with that. That's off the line, and that ball's going to the fence. They gave him all that room out there. Let's see how far Krull's going to go. He's going to stop at 2. Velez comes in and score. Give Krull another ribby and another hit as he goes in with a stand-up double. That's 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Krull today. Bellmont gets back up to the top of the order as Andrew James is the last man to bat here in this inning before we get back to Shyman, who led things off with the first out of the inning here in the 7th. 15-3 is our score now. Breaking ball misses. One 0 is the count to James. Here's the pitch. Into the dirt. 2-0. Bellmont not done hitting yet. Still some life in these bats. That ball's hit hard. Look out, people in the stands out there. He hit that one into the auxiliary bleachers out there. That's a long strike. Takes the count to 2-1 now. The Oak Hill pitchers just have not had anything that they don't have a pitcher that can blow the ball by you.
No.
And they've tried to dance around curveballs, and Bellmont has hit the ball hard here today. I have Bellmont 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 18 hits for the Braves today. That's unofficial.
And several of them extra base hits.
Yeah. Most of them. Pitch is called a ball. Go to 3-1 now. Guess that was 4-1. Ball, the walk given up. I think that is the 5th walk given up here by the Golden Eagles pitching staff, 3 of them total. And Shyman, who led off this inning with a fly ball to right, has another chance here. He hits that ball up the gap. Nice play by the second baseman, comes up. Shyman has 2 the outs in this inning. Grounds out. We're going to call that 4-6 and a put out. 3rd out of the inning. Bellmont plates 5 runs that inning. Back with more baseball on the final bottom of the 7th inning here on WZBD.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance.
See Toby, Mark, Kyle, or Barb at Graber Insurance, with offices on Highway 27 North in Bern and 623 West Monroe Street in Decatur.
When faced with the difficult task of making arrangements for your loved one, many emotions and questions arise. What would they want me to do if they were here? Where is the money coming from? How much should I spend? Do they want burial or cremation? The staff at Haggard, Hershey, and Zelt Funeral Home can help you navigate these tough questions. Make your wishes known and allow us to make sure that your wishes are carried out. Call Ryan Hershey or Eric Zelt at 260-724-7167 to schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back to Norwell High School as Bellmont takes the field for the bottom of the 7th inning. Oak Hill's got a long way to go. They need 12 runs to tie this thing up. And Bellmont's went to the senior catcher fireballer, Keegan Martin, to see if he can finish this off. Keegan's a big, strong kid. He throws hard. Sometimes they're strikes, sometimes they're close. But he's got a big high leg kick. And Bo Baker, for his efforts for pitching a great game, they put him behind plate to make him catch. That's not even nice. Looks like most of the fielders are still in the same rotation. But it's Martin into pitch in relief here as Baker did a whale of a job here. I show Baker with 8 strikeouts, 5 walks, and maybe 1 error behind him probably. Other than that, Baker, a great outing here as he had some good hits for his own cause. Martin in finishing up his warm-up pitches. I'd like to thank our strikeout sponsor, Arnold Lumber. Arnold Lumber, 425 Winchester Street, Decatur, featuring #1 grade lumber and a wide choice of sizes, plus erected or material-only garage and pole barn design. Arnold Lumber provides it all. Those 8 strikeouts that Bo Baker had today, along with the 7 strikeouts that the Oak Hill Golden Eagles pitching staff had against the Bellmont Braves. Plenty of strikeout sponsored by Arnold Lumber. Coming up to the plate is number 11. That is Jackson Lamb, who came in to play first base. I think he struck out his last time up. And that one is fouled back for a strike. Kent and I trying to get our stats tallied up here as there's another game behind us and the radio crew wants to get in here, so we will not do much of a post-game interview. I'll tell you that Adams Woodcrest provides residents with a vibrant lifestyle in a home-like setting. Explore the life at Adams Woodcrest. Schedule a tour today in their continuing care retirement community with a full spectrum of living options. I'll get our post-game show reads in here so we can get our stats and get out of the way here. I'd like to thank Norwell for their hospitality. And that ball's hit hard, and it's going to be dropping Jack Scheinman. A long way to go in a short time to get there, Smokey the Bandit. That's a good reference there for you youngsters. But Jack Scheinman comes in and makes that play. Score at F8 for the first out of the inning. Bellmont 2 outs away from advancing to the semifinals, where they will play either Norwell or Peru. There's next batter to plate is Emmett Dorothy. Martin starts his windup. Fastball right down the gut. Swing through, takes the count to 2-1 now. Martin brings it again. Bringing the gas, Coach.
Nothing but heat now.
like in a rookie. You know that fastball I saw before the game? Give me 3 of them. So what'd you throw? Fastball, and fastball. Here's the pitch from Martin. And there's another fastball, and Martin bringing the heat. Gets his first K of the game. 2 down here as the Golden Eagles down to their final at-bat here. And that'll bring up number 3, Trenner Boswell, the second baseman. He reached on a walk and scored last inning. Had a single and a single. That ball is hit into the field just on the other side of the road. Just about got a car on its way by. 1 strike on the batter. They brought Martin in for one thing. Get out of this game here. Nothing fancy. There's a hit. Dribbles out to Kroll on a 3-hopper.
Solid shot over the third baseman's head there.
That's the 3rd hit of the day for Boswell. So that brings up Harrison York, the 9-spot batter. He scored his last time up as Oak Hill scored 1 in the first and 2 in the 6th. And a lot of empty spots and left on bases in between that. First pitch from Martin is low for a ball. Here's a pitch from Martin. Throws another gasser right past him. 1-1's the count. Martin's a big kid. Wrestled 215 for the Braves wrestling team. Big old high leg kick generates a lot of velocity. And he's just in there for one thing. Nothing fancy. Bring the heat. That ball is fouled back. 2 strikes. The Golden Eagles down to their final strike here as Martin trying to get out of this inning for the Braves. Checks the runner. Nothing there. Comes to the plate. High for a ball. Even things up at 2.
Does he have a curveball in his arsenal, or is
Doesn't
it just
need
fast
one.
and faster?
Doesn't need one. Doesn't need a fastball. Fastball's optional. I think he does have a curve. I've seen him through it. There's
Hey.
one, but it missed. Takes it full.
Coach Okanowski probably heard me through the opening here. And said, throw a curve just to show that you got one.
Martin checks the runner back, comes to the plate, and there it is. Martin comes in and gets 2 strikeouts to end this game. Bellmont takes a 15-3 win. Let's go for a round of commercials, come back with our wrap-up, and get out of here. You're listening to High School Baseball on WZBD.
For the past 90 years, Smith Brothers has built a solid reputation by providing quality furniture that lasts for generations. They continue to employ the best construction techniques and components available in the industry and offer frame and fabric styles to satisfy every taste from transitional to traditional and all stops between. Sitting is believing. Test one of their recliners to see how quality engineering makes them stand out from other leading manufacturers. Smith Brothers of Bern. Feel the difference quality makes. Why lose out to pain? Visit Dr. Carla Grody at Grody Chiropractic, 320 West Monroe Street, Decatur. She's a specialist in the utilization of proven non-force techniques to treat injuries of all kinds requiring professional chiropractic care. Call 724-2510 for an appointment with Dr. Carla Grody. Open Monday through Thursday, closed Friday and Saturday. Grody Chiropractic, 320 West Monroe Street, Decatur.
Brandon here for Kelly's Decatur Auto Mall. 3 dealerships right here in Decatur. Tom Kelly Chevrolet, Tom Kelly Ford, and Tom Kelly Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. With a large new car inventory to meet your needs and wants. We also stock over 100 pre-owned vehicles in a variety of price ranges. All the big city incentives right here in Decatur. We have been here for over 70 years. Free car washes for as long as you own your Tom Kelly vehicle. We also just updated our car wash here in Decatur. Stop in and see us soon. And drive Kelly and drive with confidence.
Welcome back to Bellmont High School. We're on Wednesday night. Bellmont takes a 15-3 win over the Golden Eagles of Oak Hill on the strength of the pitching arm of Bo Baker, who went all but 1 inning and I had him at 8 strikeouts. Keegan Martin comes in and gets 2 strikeouts in. Bo Baker just gives up 4 walks, just 1 error behind those pitchers. Oak Hill just comes up with 9 hits, and Bellmont out-hits them 18-9. With some more statistics is the coach, Kent Arnold.
For Bellmont, I had them batting about 500 tonight, give or take a couple of points. They put on a hitting clinic out there, and there weren't too many that were just little dribblers or cheap shots. They were all line drives, and a lot of them bouncing on out to the fence. Only left 9 runners on base compared to Oak Hill, who left 12 on base, and they wish they'd have pushed about 10 of those across to make it more of a game.
Reporting for WZBD Sports from sectional baseball action from Norwell, it's been Rex Brewer and Kent Arnold. Adams Woodcrest offers a retirement community featuring villas and apartments with a carefree lifestyle setting for seniors in independent and assisted living settings. And Kent, once again, we pulled off the trifecta tonight. We had a baseball game on 92.7, 2 on YouTube, and we successfully completed all those. And thanks for setting in. More baseball later on this week. Tune in to WZBD.com and check the broadcast schedule and see where we are every week. And so with that, any final words, Kent?
Stick with the game out there. It's been nice baseball and softball weather, and it sounds like it'll be good here for a couple more days still.
For WZBD Sports, it's been Rex Brewer and Ken Arnold on WZBD YouTube.